to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock, 3:01 on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. It is tax day, April 15th. Oh, Bear looks like I just, he looks very surprised right now. Bear, you forget something?
No. Yeah, I did. Today's tax day.
Yep, April 15th.
I know what I'll be doing tonight. It only takes about 5 minutes. Extended deadline.
You have a much easier process than I do.
Well, I'll usually file in October.
You file in October?
Yeah, because I always forget in April, and then you just file for your 6-month extension.
By the way, I was communicating with somebody yesterday, old friend of the show, John Tweet.
Really?
Remember him?
How's Tweety?
He's doing good.
Good.
He and his lovely have a young, he's got a young son now.
I've seen a picture.
Yeah, good-looking boy. Takes after his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was asking me if you get your oil changed.
Religiously now. I finally learned my lesson.
I was like, I did not remember. The things that people remember about this show is crazy. Because, I was like, what is Tweet
That was
talking
another
about?
thing that got twisted. Everybody said I wasn't anti-oil change.
But there was a point
I got
in the show. This was years ago. This was like 5 years ago at least.
6.
And you want to split the atoms here?
Well, no, I think
exactly
it was probably
it was?
6 or 7. 5 years ago, we weren't.
Now we're up to 7. But anyway,
long time ago.
Bob and Walker get a kick out of this, and new listeners to the show. The OG listeners who remember this, we love you. But Bear at one point owned a car that was such a crappy car that he just refused to get the oil change. He was just like, I'm done with it.
All I'm putting in is gas.
And it had been years since you were driving this thing around for forever. I mean,
yeah.
They say it used to be every 3,000 miles. Now it's every 5, I think.
Yeah.
And
I just got out of court if it got low.
You're driven well over 20,000, maybe 30,000 miles.
Sure. Yeah.
You never changed the oil.
No, and then I finally hit a pothole.
He didn't believe in it.
On 640, shout out Mark Nagy, and it busted the oil pan.
Well, you have to do your taxes. This is
I realize that.
This
Mine
is
are pretty
important.
straight. Mine are not nearly as complicated as yours.
Ugh.
So I'm not as diversified as you.
Well, no, I mean I'm not very. It's not volume so much. I don't have a lot coming in, but it's coming in from different angles, and I've got a person who handles it, and she does a good job. Yeah, I'm not going to jail yet, but Walker, I understand you do your own taxes.
I did them my own this time.
That's crazy.
Did you TurboTax it?
No, I went to Free Tax USA.
What's that?
It's a free website where you put your forms in, do your taxes, find.
You
your
don't have to pay them $39.95.
No,
and they don't hassle you for the extra $50.
No,
for the audit protection.
No. Well, they'll give you the option, but you can do it for free if you just do it all yourself.
Remember when
I had all my forms and I just did it.
When we were younger, I used to go to the H&R Block.
Right.
And, oh, my God, I hated that. That was like I dreaded that day.
It's like getting your teeth drilled.
Oh my God. It would take at least an hour. It felt like 3 hours, probably an hour and a half or so, but it felt, and like it was always, not to be xenophobic, but it was always somebody that we had trouble understanding. And we would just like, here's our forms, like you figure it out. And but that's what you reminded me of, the like when you want to buy the audit protection and everything. And we always got suckered into that. Protection? So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's tax day. It was like multiple hour process.
Well, you got to write that down for me, Hoss, because I'm going to hit that place up. I may
Free
do it
Tax
tonight.
USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. It's just an easy website.
I don't know.
I wasn't wanting to pay somebody $50 to do my taxes.
This sounds like it ends with Bear in jail.
I mean, if it ends with Bear in jail, it ends with me in jail. So we'll be there together.
Taxes.
Oh God!
It's the first time I'd done my own taxes, so it was a marathon.
How's this the first time you're in your 20s?
I didn't do my tax. I didn't do my taxes myself for a while. I had help doing them, and this year I just had all my forms and I did them myself. And it was not a great result.
Bob, you don't do your own tax. You've got a guy, right? You've got you go and the guy says, "All right, here's the deal."
You just take him all your paperwork and stuff and just hand it to him?
We talk through it, and then I usually have to go back and get more stuff. And
you have because it takes a while to sift through all the money you make doing this show.
Exactly.
That's
barely merchandising.
It's laborious.
The jet doesn't pay for itself, guys.
I mean, there's a lot of write-offs with that jet. Let me tell you.
My appearance fees and all those things.
Insurance, Bear insurance.
Yeah. No, I do what Bear does for probably different reasons, but I kick the can down the road. I've been on a perpetual extension.
I didn't know you could do that.
I mean, that's what it started off one year. I needed to.
Yeah, I mean,
because I didn't have everything together.
Here's the thing, though, and I've lived through it, not as much as I used to, but when you extend, you still have to pay what you think you owe on April 15th.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And then you go back later and get the other paperwork, and if they owe you some, they'll give it back, or you can carry it over to the next year.
Well, mine, they always owe me.
Yeah,
I have maximum amount taken.
I mean, I can't imagine how scintillating this is for the audience. Us discussing our taxes.
No, it's tax day.
They all got to do it.
It's topical. I brought it up.
Tax man.
The last thing I'll say, and I've told this story, I think I tell it just about every April 15th. It is a tale of woe, a cautionary tale. So term I was looking for, but I remember when one of my first radio jobs, one of my first paying gigs, maybe my first salaried gig was like, I think it was in the year 2004. And I was at ESPN 1180, and they hired me to do a 2-hour morning show. And my deal was I would get $1,000 a month and 30% commission.
That's impressive.
And I thought I was balling. Man, I thought
fresh out of college.
I was happy, man, because I thought I was going to sell all these ads and all this stuff. And but anyways, my first as like a 1040 contractor job, like where they weren't taking the taxes out.
You forgot to set aside the 20%?
Yeah, like I didn't know. And so we went to HR block at the end of the year, and they're like, so what you've got here is like whatever it was, like 10, 12 grand or whatever. And I'm like, I'm getting $10,000 back this year? Hell yeah. They're like, no, you owe. I'm like, what? How is that possible? This is a damn outrage.
Yeah, that got me this year.
Oh, did you? You owed?
The exact,
dude.
That exact same story.
Hey, it'll be the last year you make that mistake.
Yeah,
my son did exactly that last year.
You learned the hard way.
I have learned the hard way.
He talked to me Sunday night. He goes, "Yeah, I got all my taxes done." He goes, "I only owed like $23 this time," and I was like, "Good for you. You understood."
Lesson learned. Huh?
Yeah.
If you get 10-4, you got to set. I've always heard rule of thumb. It's like set 20% to the side.
I didn't do that
for Uncle Sam.
Didn't do that one, so we're paying for that.
Uncle Sam, he comes after his money.
He certainly does.
He's like these recruits in the transfer portal.
Pay me.
They got that handout. Want to get paid?
Is that taxable income?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things.
If I'm Juke Harris, Hey, whatever you're about to get paid, son, make sure you have a good accountant. Let's start there. The news from this is Jock Hinsky. He's the publisher of Maize and Blue. They're the Rivals on 3 Michigan site. He has logged an expert prediction for Juke Harris to land at Tennessee.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean it doesn't mean anything's done yet, but the guy who covers, and I'm guessing Bob, this is a guy with 30,000 followers. He covers Michigan, so I'm guessing he's getting that from the Michigan coaching staff. They're probably telling him, "Yeah, we're not getting this dude. He's going to Tennessee."
I would think so. And I can't find it now, but I think I'd heard it on the prior show on the Playbook. That I think it was Hulk Hollander that said that he had seen where there was a North Carolina pundit similar.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either, but
that said
same thing.
Yeah, they crystal balled Juke to Tennessee.
Nice.
So let's slow our roll because it's not official, but boy, it does feel encouraging and
not done until you sign on the line, which is dotted.
Exactly.
Have we gotten anybody yet today?
That recruit is supposed to announce his commitment at some point today. Is that during or after the show?
Washington?
Yeah, Washington.
I thought it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? No, it's tomorrow.
Chris Washington Jr. announces tomorrow
at 4:30 tomorrow.
We've got Harrelson on campus right now as we speak, going through the second day of his visit.
And our guest, who's going to be coming up shortly, he's crystal balled Harrelson to Tennessee.
Interesting.
Pete Nakos. The great Pete Nakos of On 3, set to join the show here in just a matter of moments. We'll go through this. So good news on Juke, good news on Harrelson, trending on Washington. None of those things are done. But, Bob, we've all talked ourselves into Jalen Harrelson being a pretty big-time piece. There is no doubt Juke Harris, he's the number 3 overall player in the portal, according to On 3. That would be a huge piece of the puzzle. If we end up getting Juke and Jalen, I know you need some. I know you need some big guys and all that stuff, but point guard at that point becomes the critical factor, shall we say?
Yeah,
it's critical.
You get Jalen and Juke. Whew.
Well, and they've also got. They're busy boys right now. They got Terrence Hill coming in today too.
Yeah,
and hit all systems go. It seems that he has not accepted any sort of offer from Kansas, so he's coming in saying, "What you got?"
Now, what about when does Nate find out his draft grades? When's that process go on?
That's weeks.
Yeah, they have those camps. There's 2 of them. There's one in Chicago and there's one in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and those are kind of like the NFL combines, and that's where they'll get their feedback.
Right.
But to Russ's point, that's a couple weeks away.
So that's one that, as small as a chance as it is, it may be a deal where if it happens, he's going to get that grade. There's going to be a spot for him if the.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah, they would have to work out the economics of it, but he's being very quiet. I will say that. Some of these other guys, Wagler, and there's other guys who have said, "I'm going on to the NBA."
Yeah, he's kind of played it close.
That's the closest to a crack in the facade we've seen out of Bob.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys catch on that? You got to listen to the show closely sometimes. Bob has had his guard up saying, no, listen to the coaches. The kid is gone. But Keaton Wagler and others say they're gone.
Yeah.
Nate has said nothing.
Which may not mean anything. But
he was at the baseball game the other day.
He was at the orange and white game, too. He's being a student, man.
That doesn't mean anything.
He's just in college.
Let me read you what I want into it. I want him to come back.
I saw him at Publix. He was buying groceries.
He got up this morning and fixed himself some coffee.
Bought some non-perishable groceries. So
used a French vanilla creamer. What does it mean?
Buying Doritos. Those will last a long time if he keeps them.
He's getting orange juice.
Yeah.
Orange.
He wouldn't do that if he were planning on leaving. Those Doritos got to last all summer long.
Yeah, exactly.
Who buys a bag of Doritos and that? I buy Doritos, man. They're gone within a couple of days. Usually, it's why I stop buying them.
Yeah. We had a whole last summer in the silly season. We did a whole taste test thing for like a week on things. Doritos was one of them one day because there's so many different flavors now.
What were we going to do the blind taste test on?
Drinks, sodas.
The diet sodas?
Yeah, we can set that up for summer.
You give me all the Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, I'm pretty sure I could pick out. Coke Zero, I could pick out. Diet Dr. Pepper, no problem.
Diet Right.
I mean,
so long since
with
I've had a
fountain
Diet
drinks,
Right.
I can just about nail down where it came from blindly, how it tastes.
What do you like? Where it came from?
Yeah,
like the bottling
like
plant,
McDonald's or Burger King or
we're not
Crystal.
We're not going to do it that way.
Well, like McDonald's, we've been over this. They have a distinct taste for a variety of reasons and everything, but you cannot tell the difference between Burger King and Crystal. No.
Oh yeah,
no,
you
can't. Stop.
Yeah,
McDonald's, though, isn't there the whole myth too that it's about the straw size they use?
That's part of it. It's a straw size.
They use a metal container.
It's stainless steel,
like a bag.
Well, but then the straw size is it's bigger.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so it's a bigger flow, so you're just getting it.
Wonderful delivery mechanism.
Yep.
Yeah, my brother-in-law worked for Coca-Cola. I asked him.
Well, you're going to sit here. We might have to send Walker out.
You bring me
blindly
Coke from
Crystal
Burger King
and Burger
Coke
King
from Crystal, and I can tell you Crystal Coke usually just as easy as a can of McDonald's. Crystal is not far off of McDonald's Coke because they all have, and the Coke guys won't tell you what it is.
This is the kind of inside stuff you only get here on.
It's been a hell of a show so far.
Yeah.
We've talked about taxes and
Coca-Cola,
spanning the gamut,
basketball recruiting.
For 2 minutes.
Yeah, for about 2 minutes.
We got plenty of that coming up.
Yes.
Pete Nakos on 3 Sports joins us to discuss the latest in the portal. Tennessee basketball doing better than most right now. You're telling me our friends up on the border, the coal miners,
we're going to talk
a little bit of a meltdown.
We're going to talk with Pete about that because Kentucky is in shambles.
You're going through it, huh?
Yeah.
Hate to see that. Stay with us. The drive continues right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
And the great and powerful Pete Nakos of On3 Sports is here. Good afternoon, Pete. How are you, sir?
I'm good. What's going on, guys?
Hey, man, we were just trying to make sense of the portal madness. It's been a interesting little development here the last couple of years. You know, the season ends, and used to be you took stock of what just happened. Now you just jump right into assembling your roster for next year. And of course, I think people hear your name, they associate you with football. You do such a great job covering the football portal, but you're in there on basketball now. You've written a piece today over on 3 Sports about Tennessee and their transfer portal targets, where the Vols stand. Quick question for you. What's crazier right now to cover, the football portal or the basketball portal?
It's definitely the football portal. And I think that's just the nature of, I'm a college football insider at heart. I'm just trying to help out where I can right now. Basketball, when it's busy. So football's busier for me. Also, there's just, I think in football too, the amount of teams and quarterbacks and stuff just leads to a little bit more madness.
Well, I'm looking at some of these numbers that are being thrown around. Like it's reported that J.P. Estrella got $4 million to go to Michigan. And it's like, remember, like everybody's eyes were popping out of their skulls about $4 million for Carson Beck to go to Miami. Like that's the one I remember. And now you're paying that for a big man who's not even like one of the top dozen or so transfers in the portal in college basketball. I can't imagine, if this is the market right now, Pete, what a quarterback will be going for in the next transfer portal cycle.
Yeah, I mean, the top real quarterbacks this year, you look at Darian Mensah down at Miami, left Duke. I mean, I think we're talking over $6 million from what I've heard. But the point is that, in the last 2 or 3 years, we've talked about in both sports, are the numbers going to drop this year? Are they going to drop this year? And, personally speaking, I was always skeptical of folks who talk like that. And the reason why I was, the dollars in professional sports only go up year after year. So why would the dollars in college sports go down? Especially when a player last year maybe got $4 million, they're not going to just take less than $4 million. So that's kind of the cycle we're in right now. And the dollar figures are just jaw dropping in basketball. And the way the number, it was like $1 million for a high major starter a year ago, it feels like, and now it's like 2 million baseline, and the numbers just keep going up and up.
Hey, Pete, it's Bob. It's really good talking to you again. Appreciate you hopping on with us. Back to the first thing that we were talking about with J.P. Estrella, and then we'll get to Tennessee at large. And Russ is right. We've been hearing a number could be as big as $4 million. And I've seen Evan Miyakawa's piece about what he's kind of putting together, saying there's like a 65% uptick in terms of kind of the going rates in the basketball portal this year versus last. Do we think some of this is urban legend? Like like J.P. Estrella, is he really making $4 million? The reason I say this is because Nate Ament this year, if you recall, Nate was struggling a little bit at the beginning of the season. And then everybody started talking. The fans were like, we're paying that guy $5 million. It's like, we weren't. We were paying him a lot, but every game he struggled, the dollar amount would go up. Do you think some of that is just that conflation that happens? I mean, the numbers are big, of course, but I just wanted your thoughts on that.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think you deal with it in football and basketball. I don't know if JT got 4. I haven't heard that number personally. But what I can tell you is that the numbers, it feels like when anyone isn't playing well, it seems like the numbers have a tendency to fluctuate in the public sphere. And, it's something you never deal with in professional sports, right? Like if Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl, nobody was ever like, well, he just got paid 15. It's like you never heard about that in the NFL or NBA. I think that the nature of it is just that college fans are just not, they're not wired yet for it to be okay for your starting quarterback to make $4 million and suck on the field. That's just that's not how college sports or college football have been for the last 50 plus years. So I think it's going to take some time for fans to get used to it. I'll also tell you too, it's just it is crazy in this day and age in social media how one person, even if they have no credibility, can put a number out there. And then the next time I have a conversation with a friend, they're like, didn't they get paid X amount of money? I'm like, no, Like, who the heck told you that? And they're like, oh, I saw it from them. I'm like, he doesn't know. They don't know what they're talking about. Like that, or even worse, I'm like, that's a satire account. Like, that's not even real. So, yeah, I mean, we can talk about it all day, but like, it's just, fans have more power than ever where they get to choose who they want to trust. And, we work tirelessly over here to only bring info, at the national level to fans that can be trustworthy between what I do and what Chris Lowe does and Andy and Ari and guys like that. But that's just kind of the battle that is, journalism in 2026.
We've got a guy who's loosely affiliated with Vol Twitter named Richard G. West.
Everyone knows who Richard G. West is.
So people have asked you to confirm Richard G. West reports. Okay.
Kidding me? Richard G. West is like the number one burner account in the SBC. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So how often have you been asked to confirm or deny a Richard G. West report on Twitter?
I mean, I'll tell you, like, anytime you tweet something that has a lick of like news or intel in it, it probably ends up in my text messages at some point within like the first 24 hours.
Well, and he does that thing where like he'll read, something that you guys wrote of like that might happen, and then he'll say this thing that we've seen reported might happen is definitely happening, and then like and then it happens, and people like Bear through the glass over here say, look, Richard G. West strikes again. The guy knows what he's doing.
He's been right more than he's been wrong.
See? Right? See?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, Pete.
That's how it works.
Like, we don't need to talk about Richard G. West for 25 minutes, but like he tweeted something about the Adidas deal, like a solid month before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened. And I mean, that gave him a ton of credibility.
Yeah, but because we had been talking, like that had been rumored on message boards and everything for months prior to that. So he just took that one rumor, reported it as fact, then it actually ended up happening. And so like that's in his column as a win, I suppose. Pete Nakos of Odd 3 with us. Let's get back to actual reports that Pete put his name on here. Jalen Harrelson, Juke Harris, you guys both, a couple of On 3 affiliated reporters have logged predictions for Tennessee to land those two pretty highly touted transfer portal guys. What would that mean for Rick Barnes in the portal if they're able to finish that up here in the next week or two?
Yeah, so let's break it down real quick. Let's start with Juke Harris, okay? So I reported this morning that Tennessee, there was a little bit of confidence there for the Vols coming off the in-home visit on Sunday. Rick Barnes has continued communication. There's some people on his camp who want him at Tennessee. There's confidence. I would say that any predictions at this point are probably a little too soon. Juke Harris has not made a decision to go anywhere. He visited Michigan on Saturday. The Wolverines had a lot of confidence, but then he left without committing, which kind of raised some eyebrows and has left this recruitment kind of open. So Juke hasn't committed anywhere yet. I was on the phone like up to like 10 minutes before I was on with you guys. This thing, I don't want to say it's going to drag out, but at the same time, like he's going through the draft process. Like, so I don't think he's in any rush to make a decision. Now beyond that too, I did put in a prediction for Jalen Harrelson to win in Knoxville. He's at Notre Dame forward. He averaged 16.2 points per game this season. He was on campus this week. There's some confidence there.
The other guy that he's actually, I think he's either descending on Knoxville now or he's in town is Terrence Hill from VCU. I think Tennessee fans were a little concerned would he even make it to Knoxville because he had been in Lawrence over the weekend, and there was some concern that how that drill goes. Sometimes the school that's got him doesn't want him to leave town without a commitment. But here he is. Anything you're hearing on that other than he's just is Tennessee's in the mix, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big win for Tennessee that he left Kansas without committing. Because in this day and age, when a kid gets to a campus for a visit to odds, like, I'd love to go back and do the math, but like in the football and basketball portal, if a kid gets to campus for a visit it feels like there's an 80% chance of them committing something like that, just off vibes.
Yeah,
I guess you could say from what I've experienced. So there's that. Can we go back to Juke Harris for a second? Sure. You guys, like, I didn't mean to come on here and rant or anything like that, but I think that, like, we were just talking about this industry and stuff, and, like, if I write in a story that Tennessee is confident, that doesn't mean that I think he's going to go to Tennessee. It means I talk to people at Tennessee who have told me they have confidence, that they feel like they're well positioned to get the kid, but it doesn't mean that it's a done deal. So I don't know. People just love to just try to tie a kid to a school before it's, like, done.
Oh yeah.
Just, yeah, you know, and then, like, the fans are like, you said he was going there. It's like, no, we never said that.
Well, I mean, and I think some of it's conjecture too, right? I mean, in all fairness, the guy from Maize and Blue who wrote and probably does a fine job for that On3 affiliate. Again, you know, that could very well just be, hey man, that's my gut. It's not feeling good for Michigan right now, and it seems like the vibes are with Tennessee. So we feel you, man.
Michigan's a little, Michigan's a little. I don't want to say they're in the dark or anything, but I think, like, Michigan, North Carolina, and Tennessee are just kind of waiting for word from Juke about, like, what the next step is. So that's kind of where things are at. It's so fluid.
Pete Nakos, On3 Sports, with us this afternoon. Pete, who is assembling the best portal haul so far one weekend, and who is struggling? Who needs to pick it up?
We kind of know the answer to one, we think, but
maybe a little bit of a leading question.
Both. It's just, if we were doing this in the state of Kentucky, it'd be interesting. Louisville definitely has the best portal haul right now. They got Flory Badunga from Kansas, Jackson Shelstad from Oregon. They're in the mix to maybe get one or two more guys. I think that roster is going to cost upwards of $15 million. It might turn out to be the most expensive roster in the sport next year. And then there's Lexington in Kentucky, and things are not going well for Mark Pope. Rob Wright, the, like, touted BYU transfer, decided to go back to BYU today instead of going to Kentucky after taking a visit to Lexington. It's kind of up in the air right now what the number one recruit in the country is going to do. Stokes, go to Kansas or go to Kentucky. Things are not going great at the moment for Mark Pope in Kentucky, and there's definitely a chance that he can figure this out, and maybe the market comes down a little bit after the top guys come off the board, and that's what he's waiting for. But I don't think Big Blue Nation is very comfortable right now.
Staying on Kentucky for a second, because we love that. The Magoon Gwath, was he in Kentucky's consideration set? Because their fan base, of course, was apoplectic when he said he was going to DePaul, and if he chose DePaul over Kentucky, that is pretty telling. But is that real?
Yeah, so it's so tough, and Matt Jones and the KSR guys who cover Kentucky like second by second compared to me, I thought made a good point. The Kentucky basketball staff doesn't love to, like, communicate with the media, like, what their transfer portal board is. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't know if it's a great thing either. And Matt pointed out that, like, Magoon was probably going to be like a tier 2 guy. Like, if they missed out on a couple guys, they were going to go hard after Magoon. So then when Magoon doesn't go to Kentucky, there's this, like, backlash of, like, oh my God, we just lost out on this kid to DePaul. But the reality is that Kentucky probably wasn't putting all their eggs in his basket. But that isn't exactly the most public knowledge through the process, which impacts how Kentucky fans, respond to that.
Pete Nakos, On3 Sports here this afternoon, Fan Run Radio. Pete, big picture question. I'm watching what's going on down at LSU. And they've got Lane Kiffin down there, and, he's assembling. First of all, they bought out Brian Kelly, huge buyout there. They bring Kiffin in. They pay his staff. We're hearing, astronomical numbers about what they are assembling in an NIL war chest to go out there and fund their roster. You bring Will Wade in. They say that, okay, we're going to fund men's basketball too. They fund women's hoops. They won a national championship there. That baseball is, they've got the biggest stadium in the country. They're not going to skimp on that. My question is, where does all that money come from? And will they be able to fund everything for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the answer for you where the money's coming from. I've had some people down there who have said that they've had the money. They've just been waiting to deploy it. Let's just talk football specifically because that's kind of what I'm best suited to talk about with you guys right now when it comes to LSU. Spending over $40 million on a football roster in this day and age, like that's kind of what it takes to win. And yes, Lane Kiffin did just put together the number one class. And yes, LSU is going to want an immediate return on investment. But it is also Lane Kiffin's first season at LSU. And, I think one of the bigger storylines this fall won't just be, oh my gosh, Lane Kiffin's at LSU and they play at Ole Miss. No, I think one of the bigger storylines is going to be they just put over $40 million into this roster and do they have to make the playoff to get the return on investment? Like what happens if they don't make the playoff? Yeah. Will Lane get over $40 million again for a roster if they don't make the playoff? And, those are questions we're probably not going to have the answer to until November. But, that's going to, define next off season, depending on how things go this fall.
I'm going to go back to basketball for one more question from me. and it may be out of your wheelhouse, so feel free to tell me if that's the case, Pete. But I've been noticing that, and this isn't so much about the portal, but UConn, for example, Danny Hurley's been very vocal in saying, hey, we're putting together an offer for a Braylon Mullins run it back year, because he's projecting in the NBA draft to maybe go around probably right outside the lottery, like around 14, 15 in that range. Sure. So Mullins sounds like maybe going back to UConn. That becomes an interesting topic of conversation around these parts because of Nate Ament. And the longer he remains quiet about his intentions, the more people are, again, a lot of conjecture out there. It's like, oh, maybe he's staying and man, what would that cost, et cetera. I'm just wondering, again, not to divulge your sources or anything else, but are you hearing anything along those lines, or is that an area that's just kind of out of your focus?
Yeah. I can confidently say that if Nate isn't a lottery pick, Tennessee is extremely well positioned to get him back next season. I guess the question is something then that only Nate can answer is, what is the lowest he's okay going in the NBA draft? I had the chance to watch him play at the SEC tournament in person. And he's a heck of a player, don't get me wrong, but I know I'm the insider here, so I'll let you guys spend an hour talking about how good of a player he is. But I feel like he's the kind of kid, if he comes back and puts on 20 pounds and hits the offseason hard with Rick, he might be a top 5 draft prospect in a year. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. He's definitely going through the process. From everything I've heard, we'll hear, soon enough what kind of grades he gets and reviews and if he likes what he hears about where he could go in the draft. And I'm sure that will really have the biggest, biggest factor in his decision. But yeah, he had a great season at Tennessee and Rick and him got along very well from everything I was told. And yeah, coming back isn't going to be the worst thing ever if it only helps him, boost his draft stock.
Okay, last question for me. I think I said that already, so my apologies. But this is the last one. I think you might have just said this earlier about maybe Louisville, but projected maybe not which school, but what do you think is the dollar amount that ends up being the biggest war chest spent in the portal for basketball this season? If you were just putting a kind of a ballpark number out there.
Yeah, I think that so. I started talk school in the Big Ten the other day, and I was like, what do you think, feasibly, reasonably, you're gonna have to spend to win, a national title? And they're like, well, we thought it was going to be 15, but it's probably going to be north of 20. So in basketball, so I have to assume that the top roster in the sport, once all the dust kind of settles, is probably going to be around $20 million.
Wow, times have changed, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big money. Big money.
Okay.
Hey, Pete, really appreciate it. He's at Pete Nakos _ on X, of course, on 3 College Football Insider, doing some hoops work at the portal as well. Always appreciate the time, Pete. Thanks so much for jumping on.
You bet. Be good, guys.
Thank you, Pete.
Pete Nakos on 3 Sports. Almost like a throwaway, an aside there towards the end. We'll have to go back and listen to the tape, but he said he could confidently say that if Nate Ament is not a lottery pick, he will come back to Tennessee next year.
He said Tennessee's well positioned.
Yeah,
to bring him back. And that's why I brought up the dollar question, because I think at that point, if something like that happens, that changes your number as a
Well,
collective.
you can go to it, like if it's Big Jim Haslam who stroked that check. We've heard that story that like Barnes had to sell him on it. Hey, this kid is Kevin Durant. He's going to be good. And then like he comes and like if you're Jim Haslam sitting there courtside watching that, you're like the first couple months, hey, Rick told me this kid was Kevin Durant. He's not that good. He's okay.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, the last month and a half or so of the season was fantastic. You're like, oh, okay, that's more like it. That's what. But if you go back to Big Jim and say, hey, we've got a chance to bring him back, like I don't think you have to sell him as much. I mean, it probably cost more, but he knows what he's getting. There's proof of concept there that you could say, hey, look, we have a chance to bring this guy back. He's a great kid. In addition to being a great player, a little bit less risk involved in the investment at that point.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting at is if that were to happen, man, would that be great if it did. And all the other guys we're talking about too, I don't think 15 million is going to be enough for a collective number. It'd have to be bigger, and that's kind of what I'm getting at.
What do you say? North of 20? He
said right around 20.
So
Kentucky's proven that may not be enough if you don't choose wisely.
That comment has got the YouTube chat all stirred up.
Oh yeah,
they're feeling some kind of way in there right now. Shout out to the YouTubers. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Kind of torn. Yeah, the YouTube chat's kind of torn between the adulation of the possibility of Nate coming back or the fact that Kentucky is just in free fall right now as far as the portal.
I think we can
it's a good day.
Both things equally.
Yeah. That's the thing about this college sports stuff, what it's turned into. It is such a roller coaster.
Yeah.
From day to day. Not season to season. Oh, man, we had a bad year. We're kind of down. Maybe next year will be better. It's like you can change from day to day. And by the way, like Harrelson might go somewhere else. Duke might decide they want to get in the Juke hair suite. Kentucky might. And like Kentucky could be up tomorrow and we could be down.
Yep.
Which is kind of crazy and can give you a little bit of a whiplash effect. But
it's fun to talk about.
Yeah, man, it is good for what we do.
Yeah.
It's
conversations. So.
Always something new. All right. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. 865-966-3435 if you want to call or text the show this afternoon. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. Right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
On many of these airwaves. So that was an interesting conversation with Pete Nakos of On 3 Sports. I mean, the Nate nugget there, the Nate nug at the end almost I'm sure there was a lot of, there's a lot of other things he talked about, but that's all I could think about.
The one I wanted to bring up was the word deployment.
Deployment.
They've had the money, but they just hadn't.
That was weird about LSU.
Yeah.
Somebody told him that they've had all this money. They've just chosen now to deploy it.
Because they didn't like who the coaches were, probably.
But
I think it's as simple as that.
But here's the thing, man. Louisiana and Tennessee have a lot in common. I've spent a lot of time in both states. You know, both very much blue collar, rural, sportsman, outdoorsy type states with, you know, like big, like river centric party centers as well. But there's also not a ton of money. Like there's a lot of poverty in both states, and they've got rich folks for sure. But there's also like you drive, like I always tell, the first thing I noticed when I first started spending time in Louisiana is like the roads.
Oh, they're terrible.
Are just awful down there. And so we want to be an everything school, according to Danny White, who goes on State Run Radio today, by the way, and says that Kim Caldwell, quote, has the Lady Vols in a great place right now, end quote.
I listened to that interview on my way in, actually.
We could circle back to that.
Yeah,
please. But you've got LSU. I mean, it sounds like because, you know, they're not skimping on Lane. Like that's what started all this was like they've got to be good in football. So we're going to throw all the money we can at that. And they're talking about like $50 million for a single roster. Like that's just for a season, for like the roster that they're in the process of building.
That's not counting the probably close to 60, 70, 80 million to make the change.
Yeah. You bring in Will Wade. You know, they promised him that they're going to spend big
15,
in the transfer
20.
portal. Which, if you're Matt McMahon, you're watching that going like, what the hell, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Jay Johnson, baseball, they fund baseball at a level as high, if not higher, than anybody else in the country. And they have an historic women's program with Kim Mulkey, who's won a national championship there. So where's the money coming from? Can you fund all four of those programs at an elite national championship competitive level? And if so, for how long? You could just do that.
I mean,
ad nauseum. Like that doesn't seem like a sustainable situation to me on the outside looking in. But what do I know? Maybe they've got all the money in the world down there.
I don't know. I just I think back, it wasn't that long ago that they got caught embezzling money from a children's hospital to pay for a player.
Oh, I mean, there's an amazing history of corruption in that state dating back to the days of Huey Long and even before.
That was the name of the movie, right?
What?
Blaze.
Blaze?
I think
all the
was
Kings.
that about Huey Long?
Lolita Davidovich.
Yeah.
I remember.
Never seen it.
I didn't see it. It was Paul Newman and Lolita Davidovich played the leads in it.
Newman played the governor you were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that jumped out at me. But the Nate Nug, whoo, it's got me feeling some kind of way, Bob.
Well, the stars could align, and that might be why it sounds like they're all in on Terrence Hill if they can get him. And this kind of changes a lot of things. If you think about some of these players, right? We'll talk more about this as the show goes on. We talked a little about this yesterday. If you think about, you get Terrence Hill and you got Day-Day Ames, you got Troy Henderson coming off the bench. They might be shifting their focus to that one uncommitted into the portal point guard that everybody's coveting. They might be saying, hey, we can get all these other guys. We can kind of point guard by committee the role,
I think most people listening to this, with the possible exception of Phil, who covets a quote unquote true point guard above all else, would take a point guard committee of Terrence Hill, Day-Day Ames, Troy Henderson, maybe Ethan Berg. Would take those four guys. If you've got Nate coming back to go along with Jalen Harrison and Juke Harris
and Tyler Lundblade
and Lundblade, I think that at that point, I know there are a couple of other places like field fillers, as we would say in the NASCAR world, that you just go ahead and throw in there and ride with that. I would.
Yeah, because the one
you're giving me Nate and Juke Harris and that Harrelson kid on the same team and Hill, and that's a lot of scoring.
Well, not just Nate Ament, but what Pete also said about that whole situation jumped out at me was I hadn't really thought about a whole lot. Nate with another offseason with Rick and 25 pounds of lean muscle put on him by Matenwald. We're doing this.
Are we doing this, Bob? Or are we?
I'm trying to pace myself because I'm all in if that were to happen. I think it'd be fantastic, but I still
are we wasting valuable on-air time discussing a pipe dream?
I was checking out other mocks this morning, and man, I can't tell you how many mocks have him going number 12 to Oklahoma City. There's like 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, John and the guys were talking about it this morning and breaking it down. It was basically what we talked about off the air the other day. If you're not, you go to 12 to Oklahoma City, but you're going to a place where you're probably not going to be playing a lot of minutes next year. You might end up in the same boat as Dalton Connect, where they're just not going to play you.
Yeah.
But you're not going to a bad team where you're going to get all the minutes, but, you're going to be on a really bad team.
What would you rather do? Be on a bad team and play, or be on the Thunder and be a part of a little mini dynasty here? And
honestly, be on a bad team and play as many minutes as I could and hope that, I am able to realize my potential and then get traded and, hit that second contract, be a big one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Were you ever, when growing up in your non-illustrious athletic career, were you ever on a really bad team?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't that suck?
Horribly.
Were you on a really good team?
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
Incredible.
You're going to be making money here. You're going to be making money there. You'll be making money if you play for the Thunder. You'll be making money if you play for the whoever.
I'm not these kids. I can't wrap my head around you would, if somebody was going to pay me $5 million to go to college and play basketball in this town at that university, it would be hard to you'd have to pry me out of here with a crowbar. Unless I was going to be a lottery pick. But I'm not those kids. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around it.
Another name to keep tabs on, according to Pete Nakos in his On3 article, this is just buried there right at the end, is Boston College forward Jaden Hastings. He's 6'8", 220 pounds. He averaged 6.7 points and 5.6 rebounds per game last year, which is a nice number. But obviously you've got the Earl Grant tie there.
He'd be, it seems to me, like
field filler,
a depth piece. I've seen some video, athletic, really athletic and big enough, but it's not like he'd be cracking a starting lineup or anything.
He's a 6'8", 220 kid that at least can rebound.
Yeah, and you got to have some guys at the end of the bench that can play. So that's not going to get the fan base super amped up, excited, but
it would be a quality pickup, in my humble opinion. All right, hour number 2 of the drive coming up on many of these fan-run affiliates. We'll start with the top 4 at 4 recap. A big day in the portal for the Volunteers. Tennessee baseball getting the run rule win last night, avoiding the midweek minefield. You see Bethune-Cookman struck again?
Indeed I did.
Took down Florida.
Go Gator.
Talk some Tennessee baseball in hour number 2 as well. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. The Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith.
Hey.
That's a little low energy, buddy.
You all right over there, bud?
Ready to go.
I mean, a little energy, Walker. I mean, lean into this, buddy.
Pete Nakos just got on here in the last hour and said that the Nate thing was
just set Vol message boards all over the place on fire right now.
I know. I'm trying to stoke.
You come in
that
here like you
fire
just
over
popped
here.
his Xanax.
Just take a note page out of Pete's notebook too, because remember he asked us to back up the beep 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 back up the van on Juke Harris because he was saying
too late.
Yeah, he was saying they're confident about how they feel about Juke. He was just giving us some guidance.
Yes.
He's not saying it. It's happening.
I think the bigger thing there is the Michigan guy giving the crystal ball, because
usually you see coach.
Yeah,
teams
like
do
he
that.
got that from one of his sources, either a coach or an agent or player, something like that. Said, yeah, that ship has sailed. Yeah, we're not in it.
Yep. At number 1, VCU transfer guard Terrence Hill Jr. is on campus today for his official visit with the Vols, as he is one of the top priorities for Rick Barnes. He comes after a visit at Kansas, who seems to be the main competitor for his talent. Elsewhere, Tennessee is locked in a battle with UNC and Michigan for Wake Forest Juke Harris. But as we just said, On 3 put an expert prediction for Harris to land with the Vols. Also, a new name to watch is Boston College forward Jaden Hastings, according to Pete Nakos.
Wait a minute. Juke.
Juke!
Juke?
Juke!
Juke?
Juke!
Sounds pretty close.
I can see it.
It's a sign.
I can see it.
It's important.
All right, so Harrelson, we feel good about that. We're feeling good about Juke, even though it's not done. The Washington kid coming.
Got renewed hope about Nate.
Yep.
We're the leading horse in a lot of these guys, but there's still a lot of race to run.
Tyler Tanner, man, what are you doing over there? Like,
come play
for, stay at that West End place. Just, I know you had a nice season there, but everybody left now. You don't want to come and join the thrill here in East Tennessee, be a part of this thing?
He's wanting to wear the orange.
He's dead to me.
Dead to you?
Yeah. I'm feeling good about all this other stuff.
Yeah,
I'm doing my best bear impersonation now.
Whoa. He's not dead to me.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just,
dead to me if he stays there.
Yeah.
You stay there. I mean, we're going to take you for a ride. Yeah.
I'm just saying you kind of vacillate sometimes on
a little bit.
Bear?
Vacillate.
No. He's an oak.
No, he's
It's
not.
one of
He's
the
a willow.
That's not true, Bob.
Willowing in the breeze.
It's blowing in the wind.
What was it? I can't. I can't remember the quote from yesterday.
All right, at number 2, Tennessee AD Danny White continued his unwavering support for Kim Caldwell in an interview this morning. When asked about the exodus of the offseason, Danny said he was not surprised with all the departures, saying, quote, "I'm proud of Kim as a leader." And that, quote, "there's lots of things missing in terms of the way we want to play and how the team clicked. And that becomes not the best experience for our coaches and fans, but also the players' perspective."
A lot of things missing, I'll say.
You have to give proper attribution there. That was from John Wilkerson's show in the morning.
Yes, I believe so.
990 WNML.
Good stuff.
Give them the attribution before we make fun of them and call them state-run radio. I mean, that's the professional thing to do, Walker.
I just said it was in an interview. I was cutting it down, trying to keep it close. I figured we'd talk about it.
We give attribution
We
here.
do give attribution
on this show. Well, you didn't. I did, but
as was the royal we. We did. It wasn't me. It was you. We
Talk
as a
about
group gave
bear-like.
contribution.
That was well executed, my friend.
I mean, nothing.
I admire Danny White's commitment to the bit right here. I mean,
he's pissing me off.
He's proud of her as a leader.
Yeah,
Said coaching is a complex profession. Talented coaches tend to excel early in their career in all different sports in collecting with their athlete. What the hell is he talking about? In knowing the game and motivating and all those things. But as you rise in the profession, in this instance, taking over a big organization management and being a CEO is really important too. I mean, even Josh Heupel is over there saying, dude, enough with the word salad.
Well, I mean, when you guys first told me it, immediately I thought of what we were talking about yesterday with the PR, like crisis management or people that tell you what to say and what not to say. He should have listened to somebody because honestly, I mean, as a Tennessee fan, this pisses me off.
What pisses you off about it?
Because he's just lying.
That's a tough spot for those guys too, because he clearly controlled the narrative of that interview, right? I mean, I wonder if he even asked for questions ahead of time.
Really?
That happens sometimes, you know. There was nothing that was pressing in that discussion delivered by the interviewers. All due respect to the guys on that show, but it was just softballs, man, and he gave us a lot of nothing, in my opinion. He at least said he wasn't.
It's a tough spot, you know, and you're John does such a great job with the baseball stuff.
Sure.
And Vince too. And
yeah,
you've got the athletics director on there. I mean, I think
that's the problem. Yeah. It's
implied that you're not going to.
That's
like if he came on here, I mean, what would you like to, if we had Danny White on the show, what would you like to ask?
Something to the effect of, was there ever a moment that you felt like you needed to make a change with the women's basketball?
And I would like to, what have you seen tangibly from Kim Caldwell that gives you confidence that she can turn this around?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do something stark raving mad like, why didn't you fire her? But I would definitely ask, if we were all feeling this, I understand that, you know, you've got to be, you know, kind of the stable ground, but still, that was rock bottom for that program.
I wouldn't have a question so much as I would have a hard time not telling him, look, don't pee on my head and tell me it's raining.
Okay. You would say that to Danny White.
That's one way to put that.
I don't know. I think I might.
That'd be the end of our interviews.
I don't know.
Poetry.
I might.
A master at work.
Call up. See if we
because
can get
that's
him on the
how
show.
I feel. Because I don't know what he was watching this year, but it wasn't the same thing I was watching.
It was rough. It's not a good product.
No, not very good.
The entire team left. One of the players told her, you know.
What was worse, the flame out, the epic flame out of the beat downs, all the drama that we sometimes saw on the court, or just the fact that everybody left? And by the way, the dream is over for Bob Jada Civil, the one player he wanted to keep with the rec specs. Not
She's
coming
old
back.
school.
Yeah, Coach Yo had her way with Coach Kim this season.
That handshake, I mean, Belichick and Urban Meyer think that was a cold handshake. Go back and find that. It's somebody posted it, the post-game handshake between Coach Yo. What's her real name?
Oh God,
it's Coach Yo and
yeah.
Kim. After we lost down there at Ole Miss, Kim does not break stride, does not make eye contact.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it was a firm grip.
And like the Michael Jordan GIF.
The old drive-by.
Coach O took that personal.
She did.
Well, she played the game marvelously, though.
She took that personal and she took her player.
Yeah.
In the post-game presser, though, Coach Yo was just like, hey, man, I've been there. She's frustrated. That's a tough loss. And in her head, she's like, I'm going to bust your
I
ass.
will beat Gino's ass.
Yeah.
You're going full Don Staley on her. Is that it, Walker?
That was only the second thing.
Oh, my God.
At number 3, lots of top names in the transfer portal have made their move. From the Vols, Bishop Boswell officially committed to Maryland. Elsewhere, BYU guard Rob Wright is returning to BYU after visiting Kentucky. Arkansas's Carter Knox is headed to Louisville, and Georgia's Jeremiah Wilkinson is headed to the Razorbacks.
Don't look now, but Arkansas is freaking loaded again next year.
It's almost like that Calipari guy is good at recruiting.
Yeah. they got arguably Stokes is kind of the most coveted freshman coming out, but they've got this Smith kid who's like probably the second most coveted. And then they've, Malik Thomas maybe staying, and then they've got Jeremiah Wilkinson coming. They're going to be tough.
Wonder how much Maryland's giving Boswell. Rumors on the message boards it was $2.5 million.
Oh, come on. Really?
That's just what I was just sent a text saying it was on one of the message boards.
I mean, it was curious that he doesn't go to NC State. Guys, the music bed ended, and Walker's not done with the top 4.
I'll save it.
No, go ahead.
No, we
No,
can
it's the top 4 at 4, not the top 3 at 4.
All right, fine. And at number 4, it's Jackie Robinson Day in the MLB, as all players will wear his number in honor of Robinson, breaking the color barrier in baseball. The games today include Tony V's Giants playing the Reds, the Cubs playing the Phillies, the Braves playing the Marlins, the Mariners play at the Padres, and the Mets playing Bob's Dodgers.
All right. Big one for my Bravos tonight. Got to take down the Marlins to maintain our status as the only team in Major League Baseball that has not lost a series yet.
How did you all end up being good? I thought y'all were going to be bad this year.
Why would you have thought that?
You stopped playing the chop. You got all depressed right before the season
Depressed,
started.
I mean, like, we got good players, man. It's a good roster.
They just keep
Like
getting hurt.
it's a surprise that they were bad last year. I mean, that was the surprise.
It's because you all had some sort of chemical accident that got all your players hurt, it feels like half your roster got
Pitching
hurt.
staff got really banged up. The Braves have, I would imagine, the best bullpen in baseball. Starting pitching has been really good, and they're hitting. You do those 3 things, as good things happen.
Chris Sale is an ageless wonder right now for you guys. 37, still pitching like a Cy Young candidate.
He's good.
Really
Steroids are incredible.
Really?
Wow, come
that's
on.
irresponsible.
That's horrible.
That's
horrible.
Just reckless. You don't like it when teams cheat in baseball. Bear the Yankees fan. Where's your Yankees hat, by the way?
Where's your
It's
A-Rod
sitting right
jersey?
next to me. It's hot in here today. My head started sweating.
Yeah, go ahead and keep it off, man. We don't need your sweaty head glistening in the sun.
Shines in the light.
Shining on the live stream over there.
Let's go back to this Bishop Boswell thing.
Yeah.
$2.5 million. That's what you said.
That's what the room. Yeah, I didn't read it.
I mean, to put that in perspective, Terrence Hill, who's here right now, the rumor was that Kansas offered him $3 million, and he is like the 15th or 16th top portal asset out there.
Who said Bishop got 2.5?
That's what Bear's
The
saying.
message board
The message
geniuses.
The message board. This is Vol
Do you
Nugs.
pay attention? I just said this like 3 minutes ago. I said that there was a report. There was the
That's
number
not a
on the
report.
message.
That's a
I
message
didn't say
board.
report. I said it was message boards. You come at me for not
Oh,
listening.
hold on. You just said there was a report.
And I misspoke
Okay.
just
I
now.
followed you. It was I knew you got
There was
it
something on
message
it.
board.
Easy,
I said,
easy.
I got a text.
Easy. Just trying to figure out where this came from. If this is a legitimate report or if this is Vol Nugs.
No, I'm just saying that's where it's not Vol Nugs. It's Vol Nation, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know you had that.
So
in the
this wasn't a
system.
Maryland message board. This was a
No, but
Vol
I do
message board.
know I was the Maryland folks are not happy.
Maryland. They haven't been happy for a while.
Well, yeah. Well, they consider themselves. I mean, they used to be one of the halves.
Has Maryland not been happy for a while, Bob? Is that true?
I don't know.
Now,
State
so-
of Maryland?
I'm talking just their basketball.
Just
situation.
Maryland basketball.
I mean, they went to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 2 years ago, and then their coach just up and left them in the middle of the night for Villanova, and they had one of the worst years ever in the history of their program under Buzz with Buzzball last year.
See, I think Buzz is a pretty good coach, though. They did stink last year, and I do see the fit. I see the fit with Bishop Boswell at Maryland, at least skill set wise, more than I saw the fit with him at North Carolina State. He would have been going there just because he was, a culture guy for Tennessee, and that's what Gainey's trying to
That's sting
emulate.
for our boy Justin Gainey over
Yeah.
there. Makes you wonder how much money they really have.
Yeah.
I hope he did get $2.5 million.
That's one
Good
more
for you,
sign
Bishop
that the
Boswell.
apocalypse is upon us.
Yeah. 865-966-3435, your phone number. to get on the show. 966-3435. You can call or text the drive this afternoon. Would love to hear from you. Today, Michael Moats, 6747 on the YouTube chat. Rupp's Rafters is entertaining reading right now. Why? So what's wrong with Kentucky? I mean, we know they have money, right? There's no speculation there. They have money to spend on basketball players. Can they just not give it away?
I guess.
Does Mark Pope have bad breath?
Here's the deal. I'll just show you right there. That's on the UK message board on On3.
If we fired Pope tomorrow.
If we fired Pope tomorrow, ... And it's more like, who would you want to get? They're already talking about replacing him. The fans
now, not even waiting until after next season.
Yeah.
They want him gone now.
I mean, something's up. I mean, honestly,
does he not wear deodorant? Is he offensive? Like, he doesn't seem like a guy who curses or anything.
I'm beginning to think not the Kim Caldwell levels, but maybe the stage is a little too big for him. I mean, I've got friends who
could have seen that coming.
Yeah, I got friends who are big time Kentucky fans and are actually very level headed ones, and they've been saying it all season. It's like he's hard on himself to the point where he starts to become his own worst enemy. So if things aren't going well, he kind of just makes it worse and worse. And it kind of shows. We talk about how many guys left here. They've lost 6 or 7 to the portal from that team this year. They couldn't get Rob Wright. I mean, how tough is that?
That's the one I saw. Is it the BYU's maybe the number 1 point guard in the portal currently?
Currently, yeah.
Rob Wright from BYU. They thought they were going to get him. I just assumed they were, and he decides that today that he's going to stay at BYU.
I wonder if Pope wishes he could go back to BYU.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, they'll be fine if they get this Stokes kid, who's the number 1 high school recruit, and they are in on him. Then that'll cure a lot of things, but
that's got to hurt their pride, Bob, that they can't just pick and choose like throughout the history of their program. They take they get who they want when they want.
Yeah. Well, they don't have that force of nature like they had with Calipari. Say what you want, but man, that guy can recruit like a madman. And, it doesn't seem like that's happening with Pope. It's not the same. He's getting a bunch of guys, but I mean, they spent 20 plus million last year to make it to the round of 32,
I mean, he endears himself. I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos with Cal guys from Kentucky over the years, and they are super duper loyal.
Oh yeah,
to Cal, more loyal to Cal
because he gets them to the league. It's that's the whole thing with him. He
looks out for them.
Well, to a fault, right? He even talks about it. That's his priority. It's not to win national championships. It's to get his guys prepared for the association. Yeah.
I mean, I remember when the Pope hire was announced, just clowning them on Twitter. And the indignation coming from the coal miners of, you don't know what you're talking about. Tennessee's not a basketball school. You guys suck. Our Final Four's national championships, blah, blah, blah. We're Kentucky. And I was like, all right. You just hired a guy who's been a head coach for 2 minutes at BYU. I'm glad he played there when you were good. It's not a hire commensurate with your status. Not even your perceived status, the status you perceive yourself to have in the sport, but your actual stat, you're Kentucky, you should be hiring a better coach than that. And they just didn't want to hear it. And now here they are after 2 seasons wanting to fire him immediately.
I mean, there are some parallels between him and Kim Caldwell. I mean, because Pope's first season, they overperformed, right? They got to the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what ratcheted up everybody's expectations. And it's kind of what we went through here with the Lady Vols in a way. I mean, I think Pope's failure this season was not as profound as what we saw with Kim, but he's
4-1 against us, their arch rival, other than Louisville.
3-1. No, 4-1. You're right.
Beat them in the Sweet 16, but that's what's wild. As bad as that team was, how did we lose to these chumps?
I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't match up well, I guess. But
big thanks to everybody watching on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel right now. Be sure to like our video, hit that thumbs up icon. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Help us continue to grow this show. The Drive, been doing it every afternoon for about 15 years now, since 2010, 3 to 6. And we've got more radio coming up for you here in just a minute. Couple lines available if you want to hop on right now. Take your shot, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board, 966-3435. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Floors.
After his completely reprehensible behavior on the air at the end of yesterday's program?
I mean, the problem now it's a trust thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Taking all joking aside, I don't trust him because he went so far.
Joshy boy has lost your trust.
Yeah. If I'm gonna put him on Fan Run airwaves, I've got to. There is a certain amount of trust that I have to have when I'm putting somebody on the air.
Listen, the people that we put on the air on this radio station, I mean, it is the lowest of bars. So when you can't meet that criteria,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's Joshy boy. You have lost Bear's trust.
So I don't know.
Lost his faith.
I mean, I told Walker and I were talking about it before the show, and you know, above and beyond just it being just really out of bounds to say something like that to somebody. I've never been that ugly.
I think he might know that at this point.
I don't think he does, Bob, because he doubled down on it on Twitter after the show was over.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and
he DM'd me like right after the show, but
he didn't offend you.
No, I know.
I mean,
I'm trying to just keep an open.
I want Joshy boy. I enjoy Joshy boy. He's funny. Like he amuses me. I don't want to give him permaban. I mean, that's only happened to a handful of people.
No, he's not
in the
permaban,
15-year history. Well, what does he got to do to earn back your trust?
I don't know. Stop saying stupid stuff that's like about 5 miles past where the line is.
Okay, well, that's, I mean, that obviously, yes, if he wants to continue to call, is there, how do we start? What's the first step? Is there an apology, I think, is no apology?
He doesn't owe me an apology.
I'm sorry. He owes you an apology. He owes the show an apology.
He owes the show an apology.
I'm sorry.
He owes Ryan an apology. Ryan,
I'm sorry.
Melissa.
So family business here, Joshy boy. You can't just, I mean, we've got children who depend on this for their livelihood.
I'm sorry. But more than anything, I need a break.
You need a break?
Yeah.
You need a break?
Need a break.
Of what? From Joshy boy?
Yeah, for a few days. I just don't need to hear him.
You don't need to hear him.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be that. I wasn't there until I got home, and, I'll give him that. The kid's got cojones. I mean, he direct mentioned me on his tweet, but he doubled down on it.
Yeah, that's surprising.
The funny thing is, like, I know, like, so little of what we do on the show is real, but sometimes I genuinely have difficult deciphering. Like, I can't tell if Joshy boy really has beef with Bear, or if or if it's just funny to him, and I can't tell if Bear is genuinely offended or not.
Not really. I mean, if you want, I mean, if
you just said you needed a break from the guy, that sounds pretty deep.
Well, I mean, more that he just doubled down on it.
Well, you need some space.
I don't
need to separate. You're not getting divorced.
You
it's
want
separation.
I was trying to be nice. I just don't want to hear the guy's voice for a couple.
Dad's going to move into an apartment for a little while. We're not selling the house.
It was
see
nasty.
you on the
It's
weekends.
uncalled for. He knows I can't say anything back, and trust me, if we weren't on air, if we weren't on radio, I would have flamethrowed him. It wasn't funny. It was poorly executed. I mean, you want me to be mean? I'm trying to be nice. It was a terrible call, again, with a horrible landing, and he went so far out of bounds and said something pretty offensive that I don't want to take the guy's calls for a few days. He's a clown.
Well, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right. We don't have to call the young man a clown. I want him to be able to continue to call the program. But I think, Joshy boy, Bear needs some space, so maybe you don't call today. Maybe tomorrow, Friday, if you've cooled down a little bit, Joshy boy. And again, I don't know if I don't know how angry or upset you really are, but maybe you call in, we offer an apology. I feel like that's always a first step. Hey, I was wrong. Sorry for saying what I said. Hope you have a nice weekend. And and we shake hands.
I don't need to hear all that me.
And then you go, and then maybe we call back tomorrow or next week.
I'm sorry. Maybe next week, Monday, maybe. But the bigger thing overall, all kidding aside, it's just, like I said, it's a trust thing. I'm the person that pushes the button that puts you onto the air with Russell and Bob and me and Walker.
Walker, how does Joshy boy go about winning back Bear's trust? It's a complicated thing.
Well, I would say not calling him stupid when he's not here is a great way to start. You can't really do that. You can't. I mean, we blur the line here a little bit about things we can say and don't say. But what happened yesterday, we all kind of agreed was you just couldn't say that. So I feel like there needs to be some form of disciplinary action here.
I mean, other than the guys that got permabanned, and there's only been, I think, 2 or 3, that's about the craziest thing anybody's ever said to me since I've been on this show.
Kid Huddy says JB and Bear are like the royal family. Divorce is not an option.
Oh,
I'm not saying divorce. like we don't need to exile him. From
sit
the
down.
phone
Can I
lines.
mediate a truth? Can we have a summit? Or I sit down with Joshy boy. We get Joshy boy on the phone, and Bear and like a counselor. I'll kind of walk you guys through your problems. And
we don't have any problems.
You have problems. You have problems.
I don't have problems with him. I didn't have problems with him.
You said
until
you
he
needed some
went
space.
way over the line. I can't trust the kid. He's a loose cannon.
Okay, well, that's a problem.
And that's not something that has to do with me. You have to decide whether or not you want me to put this guy in the air with you.
See, let the healing begin, man.
There's no healing to it, Bob.
There has to be healing.
There's not.
There
going
has
to be.
But you can't say there's not going to
Even
be.
once he because you like talking to the guy. I'll put him back on here when he calls. But I mean,
we got to have some sort of this can't keep happening.
I'm not saying it was something that couldn't be taken back, but I'm also not saying it was about as close as you can get to it.
Joshy boy, this is a family show. We've got children listening. You called in the heart of drive time. We've got people all over East Tennessee and beyond listening to this radio program. And you called in, and I can't even begin to. People are wanting to know what he said. I can't even begin to.
Can't say it.
No,
it's disgusting.
It was horrible. It was beyond just calling a name or something. It's actually kind of creative, but you can't call in here and say what you said about anybody, Joshy boy. I mean, what would you? You don't. Bear doesn't want an apology. I think you owe the station an apology. You owe the audience an apology. What about the father of two, who was working all day? He got off at 5. He drove home. He picked up his wife and kids, and they're going out to Shoney's or wherever.
Shoney's greatest.
They're going out for a family night on the town. He's like, hey, it's been a hard day at work. I'm going to turn on my favorite radio show, The Drive. You got the kids in the car seat in the back and everything. Your lovely wife next to you, and then you hear Joshy boy go on his vile and disgusting rant that he did yesterday. I mean, what do you say to the kids, Joshy boy? You got to apologize to them. What about the children?
What about the person's name? The James family, Edrin James, his son Jizzle. I mean,
he didn't ask for
Why you do
that.
this, Bob?
What are you doing?
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's his name.
You come off like you're the voice, like you're the calm one of the crew.
You guys,
paragon of virtue on
What
the drive.
did-
We see through this.
Whoa, I'm
10 miles away.
Walker is right in lockstep with me. He understood what I was saying.
Yeah, he understood.
James
We all
did not
understand.
ask to be involved
Exactly.
in this
That's what I'm
situation.
saying.
He's being dragged in as a third party.
I mean,
he's
questionable naming thing for the parents, but still.
He's probably been hearing getting called names like that his whole life, seeing those jokes. We didn't need to add on to that.
Exactly.
I never in a million years would have said something that ugly to Joshy boy. Man, sure, I've called you a dumbass a time or two, but I mean that's
Come
all right.
on.
This is really
This therapy
this is
session
good.
is going
This good.
sideways.
It's about trust. Remember, with Bear, it's about trust. You got to be able to trust. It's a two-way street.
Let's talk some sports. We got some news here. I wouldn't call it necessarily breaking news, but it's comforting news. Reported by Ben McKee, friend of the show. Terrence Hill Jr. just arrived in Knoxville a few minutes ago. Rick Barnes and multiple assistants picked Hill and his family up from the airport. So he has made it out of Kansas without committing.
Perfect.
You think Rick drives like a Blazer, like some sort of Chevy SUV, right? I mean, it's not a super ostentatious car.
No, he went. He was an Escalade man, and
oh, really?
And I think, but I think it depends on who he gets the deal from. He's driving a Toyota Sequoia right now.
Oh, that's nice.
They're nice.
Big.
Yeah, they're nice.
I'm wondering, do you think he picks? Does he drive? Is like him and GP maybe? In the Sequoia driving around?
Could be.
Young man's family probably comes with him, maybe an agent, something like that.
You know what he used to do? He would just drive around the neighborhood in his car. It's when he was doing phone calls.
Yeah.
He would just stay in the car and just loop around. For a while, I was like, what the hell is he doing? And then I realized it's
he's like driving circles around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like you would see him go by.
There's a loop in our, I live now around the corner, but where we met in that neighborhood. Yeah. He loops around.
Just over and over and over again.
Over and over.
That's wild.
Yeah.
that would raise so many. Like if I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
Like if I see somebody driving back and forth past my house over and over again, like I'm going to get suspicious.
Yeah. Well, you know who you see him, and then you
It's
know.
Rick Barnes.
Yeah, it's Rick
Come
Barnes.
on. What do you
He gets pulled over and he's like, I'm Rick Barnes. I'm on the phone with a recruit.
He would have, by the way, he would not approve of what's been going on in this whole thing we've been talking
With
about.
Joshy Boy. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Absolutely not.
What type of disciplinary action would Rick Barnes give Joshy Boy?
Kid Huddy says, an apology, Senator. An apology. This committee owes an apology. You get the reference, Walker?
No.
Apology, Senator.
What's that from?
Godfather. Was it part 2?
I believe so.
I'm telling you, that it's
Pentangeli.
I'm waiting for the right
Frankie
time that I have 3 hours at a night to sit down and really soak in that
If
movie.
you really want the true experience, you watch the deluxe version where it's 1 and 2 cut in a chronological order.
Don't do that. No. Watch
horrible.
1 and then watch 2. If you love it and you're like, oh my God, this is the best movie of all time, then you can do what Bear's suggesting and watch the chronological deal. But I like the
all
movie.
3.
I've never done that. I would never do that.
All I know is don't watch 3.
An apology, Senator.
Oh, it's terrible.
All
But
I
have
know is
watched all
don't
3
watch
back
3.
to back.
It's such a long movie.
Kiffin's Wrecked Lexus says, I think Joshy Boy has been banned from Basilio 3 times.
He's been suspended a couple
Really?
times. Oh, yeah.
So this is not.
Yeah. I was talking with.
That actually makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. But it's like Matt Dixon says,
Does he need some
Tony
sort of-
gasses him up.
Well, we would never do that to callers.
I mean, I'll admit I did yesterday. What was that charge that guy caught? And then I said that was pulling a Joshy Boy. I mean, I gassed him up.
The Joshy Boy's in the YouTube chat now. He says, can I call in today and apologize? Joshy Boy, I want you to call in tomorrow and apologize. I want you to take today to think about what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I want you to do some
that's fair.
reflecting.
I think that's fair.
I'm sorry.
But we're making a pact. We're saying let's resolve this for once and for all, for good or bad, by the end of the week, right? Everybody down with that?
Yeah, if
we want that.
If the Hill kid, if they're riding with GP, because he checks out the show from time to time, and he might be listening to this thinking, why do I go on with those morons? Which is a good question.
There's a really good.
But
that is a good question.
I
might
just
be
imagine
making him
like
laugh.
GP picking the kid up if he's leading the recruitment and, hey, check out this show. I go on with these guys sometimes. They're a hoot. And he's hearing us talk about like, who? He's like, who the hell is Joshy Boy? What?
Yeah.
In the middle of the show. I don't know. I didn't think we were going to talk about it on air.
It had to be addressed. I mean, it was
talk about it.
It was so far beyond the pale. It had to be addressed. And quite frankly, I'm proud of you for keeping your cool as much as you have. I mean, calling him a dumbass was
That was excessive.
unnecessary, but
And I didn't need to say it. I will agree. I didn't.
It's part of the
It's
healing.
absolutely true, but I didn't need to say it.
Would you like to be the first to apologize?
No, that's
It's part of the healing, though, man. Just,
it's absolutely true, but I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I learned that from the greatest.
Who's that?
What?
TB.
Oh.
Let's get a quick timeout. When we continue, we'll get some phone calls, not from Joshy Boy. 865-966-3435 if you want to chime in. Back to wrap up hour number 2 of today's program right after this.
The Drive. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. Right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
As we get set to go to the busy phone lines, and DR Vol is next. Good afternoon, DR.
Good afternoon. I'm Team Bear on this. Just ban him rest of the week.
The rest of the I've already invited him to call in with his apology tomorrow.
Yeah, but you asked me. I told you Monday would be perfectly fine.
Okay, he's going to call in and apologize tomorrow. If the apology is acceptable, he can call into the show again. Resume regular calling privileges next week. Fair? Everybody happy? Good.
I've been calling for 9 years. I'm never happy. Who was it? I've had a stroke, Russ. Who was it you said you ran into, the caller? You said it in hour one.
Did you name him?
Oh, no, I was talking with John Tweet.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we
John
were
Tweet,
texting
yes.
last night.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do miss his calls. I got to think about the other day, man, the great callers we'd have over the years, and like ZR, then George Quarles fan, Willie. I used to love when he'd call in and call Apple Jughead, and you'd flush him.
We've lost,
two of the three people just mentioned have passed away.
I know, man. I heard about ZR. He was always my favorite caller. We did that call over brackets. I hated going against him because he was my favorite. Those songs. And my kids were little, and they would sing Yellow Hog Marine because of ZR.
I mean, between ZR and Weston Franklin, I still want to hear like a drive album of songs.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And
people will buy that.
I've got my old phone, and I saved that where he sung the Yellow Hog Marine. If I can find that, I will upload it, and I'll send it to you. Man, and Weston Franklin, he don't call as much. And I was wondering about Stevie. Have y'all had any communication with him?
No, him or Geraldo.
What happened
lately.
to Stevie?
I'm worried about him. He was always good about calling during baseball season. Did he go to San Francisco with our coach?
APB out for the caller Stevie. And Geraldo is a football only. We've got some of those who they go away before and after football season.
Stevie,
Geraldo will be back.
Yeah. And what about, I know we've asked over the year, it's been a little bit since we've heard from Martin, which kind of worries me.
Yes, that worries me as well. Martin, if you're out there, buddy, we love you.
Yes, we do. I always liked it when he called you son. You had that connection.
Russell.
Guys, I'm gonna take. I love him if he's listening. Nate Ament, I hope you suck at your NBA workouts. I want him back. Is that bad?
Oh man. Well, he's got that ankle to worry about. You know.
There we go.
If it is bad, Dr., I don't want to be right. I know that. I want him back.
Yeah, I do too, Bear.
Bigger, faster, stronger, Nate Ament.
I just hope that ankle acts up like that skater where he's saying, why? And then he's okay when he comes back to us.
It's Nancy Kerrigan, by the way.
That's right. I'm telling you, man.
Remember, who was it Walker that I had to explain the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding saga to? Do you remember that, Walker?
I remember us talking about it.
No, it was somebody else.
I'm very much
like it blew my mind that they did not know who Nancy Kerrigan was and Tanya Harding. And I was telling them the story of somebody Walker's age, and they were like, "What? Like this is the craziest thing I've ever heard." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was. It happened. It's a major news story in the early '90s."
God, can you imagine Twitter back in that day?
Oh my God.
I think about that a lot with world events.
Yes.
And Walker, are you getting caught up in all these movies? Like it has bothered me that you've not seen Sling Blade. That is an incredible movie.
It's been sports since football. If you're a sports guy, it's hard to watch this many movies that I need to watch every night. But we're starting to come to the point where it's going to slow down, and especially once like we get to June and July, I'm going to be watching a bunch of movies.
Should we compile a summer watch list for Walker?
I mean, if you want to write it down, by all means. I keep it's a tentative list in my head that I forget movies.
King Ralph needs to be on there.
I probably won't watch that. So I mean, the top ones are like both Godfather movies. I need to watch Tombstone. There's another Western that I need to watch that we've talked about before.
I watched, I didn't even mean to. You ever start watching just a little bit of a movie and all of the next thing you know, you've watched the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
I was up till like 1 a.m. last night watching There Will Be Blood.
Really?
The movie is so good.
Love it, man. Like, it's one of those that you notice something new every time, too, when you're watching it.
I've only seen it the one time, and
Fantastic.
I saw it last fall.
Drainage, Eli, you boy.
Bear, did you ever get started on DTF St. Louis?
No, because Paramount came out with that Young Sherlock thing, and I started watching his origin story.
I just rewatched Ransom. You ever seen that? Mel Gibson, the 90s, Gary Sinise.
Yes. I haven't seen it, but I thought about it because somebody yelled out at the Masters, "Give me back my son."
Oh, my God. That is incredible.
That was a great Jim Rome bit, like way back in the day, like 20 years ago. Just play that clip. "Give me back my son." Somebody yelled that right after a drive at the Masters over the weekend.
I can't believe you hadn't seen that, Russ. That's an old movie.
I think I probably actually have seen it because that was one of those movies that was like back in the day would be on TNT or TBS all the time, and you just sort of couldn't help but see it.
That big
like Con Air and Armageddon.
What was the one where Mel Gibson was? Was it Conspiracy Theory or just Conspiracy or something like that?
And then you get to the end, and he was
right.
He was right. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Y'all seen the one where he's the radio host and it's a prank at the end?
Yes, you told me about that.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that? I can't remember the name of it. I watched it last summer, dude. That is an incredible movie.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of awful.
Really? I like Mel Gibson.
It was all right. Mel was good.
Well, it's one of those movies, kind of like if you've ever seen The Village with M. Night Shyamalan. Like, once you see it once, know the end,
you
you're
can't
like,
watch it again.
Yeah. So,
seems like a lot of his movies, though.
That's all I've got. I'm pulling for Nate Ament to suck. If you play Will It Suck, I hope it does. I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you, Dr. Vol. Yeah, man. There Will Be Blood. Very watchable. Highly watchable again and again.
That a rewatch. I've only seen it the one time.
My next watch is that I need to watch. I should have watched is Gangs of New York.
It's a good one.
It's, it should have been so much better. That's all I'll say.
You really think I ought to watch Hoosiers on Baskerville?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not because that's my home state. It's a great movie.
I mean, it's one of the quintessential sports movies all time, right? I mean,
it's good. And you got a legend in there acting too. You got two. You got Hackman and Hopper.
Barbara Hershey.
Yeah. I'm currently watching season 2 of maybe it's season 3 of this AMC show Dark Winds.
Is that about like the Indian reservation or something?
Cops on an Indian reservation.
Isn't there a supernatural element to it?
Kind of. Yeah, it's kind of building up to that.
Native American spiritual kind
yeah,
of thing.
but it's good. It's and you know who the executive producer on it blows my mind is George R.R. Martin from Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, doing that. Why didn't he finish the books?
And Redford has some association with it. Of course, he's no longer with us, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't race to see it, but if you're in need for something to watch, it's worth checking out.
The baseball game goes well for Tennessee last night. They run rule UNC Asheville. Big night for Manny Marin as he comes up twice last night with the bases loaded. 3 RBI double the first time and a grand salami the second time. Blaine Brown sets him down 1-2-3 in the first inning, his only inning of work. Then we went with a bullpen game the rest of the way out. Tennessee survives the midweek minefield that got Florida last night with Bethune-Cookman taking down the Gators in Gainesville. It's the second week in a row that Bethune has beaten an SEC team. They got LSU last week and Florida this week. Note to Danny White and the Tennessee baseball staff, don't schedule them.
No kidding.
Feeling good about the Ole Miss series this weekend?
I don't know. They've won 8 of 9, I think. I mean, they're on a tear. I mean, we're going to have to play good.
Speaking of Geraldo, we need to make it borderline dangerous this weekend.
I mean, I don't know. I understand why he had to do it, but that place hasn't been dangerous since he moved the Lindsay Loons, whatever they were, Legends of Lindsay, from behind the opposing team's dugout.
Yeah, that's.
I think you should.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I hate that. That's the one part of that beautiful ballpark. It's like, and it's all concrete too. It looks like it's almost like an ode to the old Soviet style press box that they used to have that we all hated that they finally got rid of. But then you've got this concrete pin in like as far away from the action as possible that we put the students in.
Yeah.
I really hate that part.
And the students are the ones that will go over the line and say stuff you probably shouldn't say, but are going to get in people's heads.
Yeah, they're not thinking about that. They want the prime real estate to go to the big spenders.
I'm just looking at the box score. Did you mention Krenzel pitched?
No, I didn't.
No, he did not.
He gave up a hit, right, or a walk or something?
A walk and a strikeout and a wild pitch, but no hit batters.
As progress, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said.
I was kind of hoping that they would let him throw multiple innings and see if he could work through some stuff because it's good that he got out of there unscathed yesterday, but I do not feel good about bringing him in this weekend.
In a high pressure, you worry about pressure?
No. Again, like if we get to a point where it's fortunate, like a game's out of reach one way or the other, then go ahead and let him work through it.
Again, probably double-digit lead.
Yeah, or behind, and you're just whatever.
Just need an arm to get through the innings.
Brad in La Follette. Let's see if we can squeeze him in before the top of the hour. Go ahead, Brad.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Going well, thanks.
Hey, guys, about the Howard Stern talk yesterday. Hey, Bob, were you there with the Tradio guys, Sal and Richard? Or was that before you?
No, but it was after me.
Oh, it was after you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not long after, but yeah.
I've heard those tapes.
Yeah, those are great.
Brad, that is absolutely hysterical.
But these guys would just call in these local mom and pop radio shows, and you just have to hear it. It's not safe for radio, but man, those guys were hilarious.
It's fantastic.
Guys, you're right on with I've been to a few games over Lindsey Nelson this year, and you guys are right. It's just the vibe is just not there. I mean, I know we swept last weekend, but just the crowd engagement is just not It's not there like it used to be. I mean, nobody's even heckling umpires anymore. I mean, the legends of Lindsay are out there playing a pickup basketball game.
Let's
50 yards away from the stadium.
Let's get it turned up this weekend, Brad. Make Lindsey Nelson great again.
Let's do it. Borderline dangerous. I know you guys got to go. See you.
Thank you, Brad. Good hearing from you. Hour number 3 of the drive just around the corner. Lady Vols picking up some commitments. We'll go through their haul so far. What did Danny say? She's doing a great job in a great place right now.
Proud of her as a leader.
Really, really impressed with her leadership.
We'll go through it. Stay with us. It's hour number 3 of the drive coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies. Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, This is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. We begin our third and final hour, as always, with a quick look at the world of sports. The top 5 at 5. Walker, hit it.
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, VCU transfer guard Terrence Hill Jr. is on campus today for his official visit with the Vols, as he is one of the top priorities for Rick Barnes right now. He comes after a visit at Kansas, who seems to be the main competitor for his talents right now. Elsewhere, Tennessee is locked in a battle with UNC and Michigan for Wake Forest's Juke Harris. But On3 has reported an expert prediction for Harris to land with the Vols.
Hey.
A new name to watch is also Boston College forward Jaden Hastings, according to Pete Nakos.
And Jalen Harrelson also getting, did he get a crystal ball or the expert prediction or something like that?
Who's that, Harrelson?
Yeah.
He got that from Nakos specifically. Yeah. And Pete confirmed that again when he was on with us earlier.
It feels like Harrelson could be done at any minute.
Yeah, and a lot of people are on the live chat they're like concerned, like, why aren't we hearing anything? It's like, well, they're just wrapping up the visit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was supposed to be here until this evening, so who knows?
It could happen tonight, it could happen tomorrow. If it doesn't happen by Friday, I'd say, okay, maybe he's thinking some more things over.
Yeah, the cautionary tale is what you just saw. He left Michigan on Saturday or Sunday, and they've not heard anything. So you don't want to be in that boat.
With Juke, it feels like we might be in the driver's seat or at least a prime position for it, but that's going to drag on because he's going through the NBA process.
Yep.
So that could be weeks. Now, he might commit to us at some point, but I don't think he's going to the NBA. But that one just feels like it could be. I wouldn't be expecting news from him anytime soon, like some of these other guys.
No, and a date to watch for that is it's still a while from now, but I believe it's May 29th is the last day that NBA prospects have.
That could be a month and a half.
Yeah, to pull their name out of the NBA draft.
Our guy Shump just posted, I think he might have had a chance to talk to Harrelson briefly as they were wrapping up. He said, what's next for Jalen Harrelson after visiting Tennessee? Quote, we'll come together as a family, talk together, and there should be a decision made soon. Noting Tennessee's the only visit Harrelson has taken and did not rule out trips still to North Carolina or Ohio State. So
that sounds pretty close to
those promising.
Doing it or we're done.
Yeah.
Yep. At number 2, Vols baseball coach Josh Elander issued a few player updates after yesterday's win over UNC Asheville. He said that the internal matter with Chris Newstrom has been put behind him now and that he is back with the team.
Let's go.
On Stone Lawless, Elander said, quote, he looks really, really good, and we are hoping to get him back out there soon, but they will continue to lean on the trainers for his progress.
Good. It's good, man. I don't think either of those guys factor in anytime soon. I think Stone – I don't know. Stone, when he comes back, I'm sure they'll work him in slowly, maybe get him some midweek action and everything. But here's the thing: if you're winning, and Levi's playing well, the Grinlinger kid's playing well, and Garrett Wright's playing well, like how much do you want to upset the apple cart if it's going well? If it's not going well, obviously go ahead and upset it all you want. And then Newsom, like, I don't know where his at-bats are going to come from right now. If that was a disciplinary situation that prevented him from making the Mississippi State trip last week, you swept that series. So it's not like you don't really have a reason to just plug him right back in there, I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think so. And with Stone, he had been struggling this year before that injury. I mean, he was only hitting .250 on the season with a .485 slug. So if Garrett Wright keeps hitting, then he'll probably just be a midweek guy. Hopefully he can get back to something. At number 3, former LSU Tigers coach Brian Kelly has moved on from his days in Baton Rouge after being fired mid-season and forced to be in the middle of a tumultuous buyout process. Now, Kelly enters the TV commentary business and will be an analyst for the 2026 NFL Draft.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't be less interested.
I mean, he seems like such a likable guy.
He's got such energy.
He's so affable.
Yeah, very positive.
Yeah, excited to see how he does. Is he on ESPN or NFL?
It didn't say the network. It just said he'll be part of draft coverage. So the only thing I can assume is it'll either be with ESPN or it'll be with NFL Network or maybe Sirius XM. So it's got to be one of those three. But if it's TV, it's the other two. But
Welcome back, Brian Kelly.
You think he gets another job as a coach?
If he wants one, yeah. It's like, are you going to be content to go coach at NC State or Maryland or something like that because you're not getting another LSU or Notre Dame job?
Probably not. Probably not.
You think he might do better at one of those smaller schools? Like when he was at Cincinnati or...
Yeah, I don't know. How much does he have left in the tank? Because that was some of the reports out of Baton Rouge is that he wasn't exactly super hands-on. Kind of felt like a guy who had
just going through the motions
a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, once you got that kind of money, why would you, unless you just really craved it like some of these guys do? I mean, who wants that?
Yeah, how competitive a guy are you? Do you want to get back in there?
Yeah.
People get bored.
I mean, there's getting bored, then there's being a major college football coach.
To him, that might be a way to stop being bored. Who knows? At number 4, after 2 excellent games last night, the NBA play-in continues tonight with 2 more matchups. In the East, the 76ers play the Magic in Philly for the 7th seed at 7:30, with the losers playing Charlotte for the 8th seed. Later tonight, the Warriors and Clippers play for a chance at the 8th seed at 10 p.m., with the loser being eliminated and the winner taking on the Suns later this week.
These single-game winner-take-all type deals?
Kind of. So the 7-8 matchup is the winner is in the playoffs as a 7 seed, and the loser has to play another game to get the 8 seed.
Against the winner of the 9-10 game?
Yeah. And the 9-10 is a winner, is a loser is eliminated game.
Yeah.
And then that next matchup is a winner.
I heard the games last night were wild.
They were awesome. Charlotte game went into overtime. Former UNC guy Kobe White hit a big shot. Grant
so they have to win
big
again.
Minutes down the stretch. Yeah, they'll have to beat the loser of Philly and the Magic later, probably on Friday or Thursday. Who knows?
So they have to beat the loser of that game.
Yes.
And
then they would be the 8th seed.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. Fun games. And at number 5, a 24-year-old woman was shocked to discover that the pestering cough she had been suffering from had been caused by a nose ring stuck deep in her lungs. She had developed an annoying cough for about a month when she decided to see a doctor about it, and she expected x-rays to reveal a problem, but what she definitely didn't expect was to see her own nose piercing in her lung. After initially losing it and not thinking much of it, she was shocked to learn that the circular metal barbell was about 0.5 millimeter from her aorta. She was scheduled for emergency surgery, but was supposed to be a 20-minute procedure. Ended up taking about an hour and a half and ended in failure before she had to undergo a second, more complicated procedure to have the nose piercing removed, which was successful.
It's near her heart?
But it was inside her lung. Huh. I guess they tried to get it out doing a bronchoscopy.
Bear, have you ever seen a woman? You're a tattoo guy, right?
Yeah.
What about the nose rings? The
I mean,
piercing?
now, like nose rings, they're kind of passe, I guess you'd say. I mean,
nose rings aren't in?
Well, no, they're so in that they're kind of out. Like you see soccer moms with them.
Well, that's what I've always said about tattoos. Like tattoos, like when I was growing up, nobody had them. You had a tattoo, like that was a major statement.
Yes.
Now
you were outside.
everybody, you were a rebel. You were an outlaw. You didn't care. And now everybody's got tattoos, including like 17, 18-year-old kids.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Not quite the statement of rebellion that it once
was. No,
But
that sounds pretty bad. I've read a story before where somebody had inhaled, it was some type of seed from a tree, got diagnosed with, I think, lung cancer until proven otherwise, is when they think you got lung cancer. That's what they diagnosed you with. They went in and found basically a tiny...
A seed?
A seed that was sprouting a tree, basically.
What?
This guy's lung. Yeah, you can look it up. It's happened.
I mean, I'm no expert on it, but don't trees need light?
I don't know. I mean, they have everything else in there that you need.
They do need
warmth and
they need light,
oxygen,
air,
warmth,
moist,
little moisture.
Yeah.
So you need light, right? I mean, that was a key part of photosynthesis.
I have no idea.
I recall.
You need light.
Look up the story.
And that's how the movies in the Alien anthology began.
Those are face huggers, Bob.
Yep,
Xenomorphs.
Get your facts straight. Come back and see me.
It's a terrifying movie I've ever seen in my life.
What's
Alien?
Yeah.
The original Alien, when
scary.
I was like, 8 years old, we snuck in to see it.
I just remember going to Disney World at MGM Studios when I was a kid, and remember the Great Movie Ride? You guys ever go on that?
No, I've never been to Disney World.
You've never been to MGM Studios in Orlando?
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
Walker?
No. Never been a Disney guy.
It's an iconic.
Have you been there?
It's an iconic ride. Like at MGM
Sort of.
Studios in Orlando, they called it the Great Movie Ride. And it was inside a replica of, is it the Chinese theater in LA?
Yeah,
Movie theater. Yeah, and you would go in there and you would get in one of those big, it's like church pew rows, but they're on wheels, like it's mobile, and it drives you through all the movies. You go through like an old film noir thing with like a bunch of, shooting up the place. And then it's Indiana Jones. And then there was a spot in the middle where it was Alien. Going through the alien spaceship, and you see like Sigourney Weaver, like animatronic down the hallway with breathing heavy with the gun.
There's a xenomorph in there.
It's spooky, man. It sounded weird. It gave me nightmares while I was at Disney World with my parents. It's a very traumatic experience for young 10-year-old
Yeah, I've never
Russell.
been there. You been to Disney World?
Sort of. I stopped there for lunch on my way out of California one time.
That's Disneyland.
Disney World? No, Disneyland in Anaheim. I stopped there for lunch and then left. That was it.
How do you stop at Disneyland for lunch?
Because we were on our way to drop someone off who lived in California, because we were out there doing the trip where ASU played in the Rose Bowl, and I got to do that game. So on our way out, one of the producers we were with lived in Anaheim, so we drove through there to drop her off, and she was like, why don't we just go to Disney and get lunch? So we all agreed, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Boy, I'm really glad Bear asked for a follow-up on that situation. Glad we cleared all that up.
He asked the question. I just answered it.
Little hack here that you guys might know this. Disneyland, L.A.
Yep.
Disney World, O-R-L.
Orlando. Very good. Very good, Bob. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. You check them out online, knoxvillesmiles.com, to book your appointment today. Be sure to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Phone call from Brad in Crossville Brad in La Follette, excuse me, at the end of hour number 2. He's talking about the Lindsey Nelson Stadium crowd, and he feels like it hasn't been a factor. He feels right. It hasn't been as big a factor. Hoping that will change this weekend with a top 25 ranked opponent in Ole Miss coming in town. Hoping that Tennessee will continue the momentum they established after sweeping Mississippi State in Starkville over the weekend. Got a message from Brando, who says that the seats where the legends of Lindsey used to sit are now occupied by player parents. Which makes sense. You give them good seats down near the dugout, all that.
Nasty.
Yeah, they're not going to be rowdy. So you stick the kids in like the pen. Have you been to the game, Bob? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like it's completely cordoned off. Like there's a barrier and there's like a gap between the seats. And then it's kind of like elevated because they had to engineer it around the buildings that already exist there, where the batting cages are and everything down the first baseline. But it's just a concrete pen. Like I couldn't believe it when
it's like a prison yard.
When it opened up, I thought, well, it'll look better when they put seats in it. They never put seats in there. So you're asking the kids to come and stand as far away from the action as possible and stand the entire game. There are no seats. And they just don't have the impact. There's more of them than there ever have been generally, but it doesn't really have an impact, and it takes away from the college baseball environment that Tony Vitello, quite frankly, enjoyed and used to create a home field advantage that he used to launch his program. And Josh Elander is not going to have that advantage. To be fair, Tony didn't have it the past 2 seasons either, since they created that pin.
And we could tell, even with Tony, that there was a difference in the overall atmosphere, and that's why he had to basically get on the radio and beg people to make it nasty.
Look, I don't know. There's nothing that can be done about it. It's not going back, right? Because you have to sell those seats. They've spent $140 million on renovating this ballpark, and it's going to take a long time for them to make that back and get it profitable and all that stuff. So they're not going to give free seats nearer to the action to the students. I don't know what you could do. Like my first thing would be put some chairs in there, put some seats so that the kids can sit down, get rid of those bars and make it an actual area that kids are going to want to go to like, it's cool that they're going to stand. Yeah, you stand during it, but it's a baseball game. It's not basketball. Like basketball, student section go, you stand the entire time.
Sure.
Even football, I think for big games, kids will stand the entire time. You're not going to stand for an entire baseball game. That's just ridiculous to expect.
It's a long time, especially now that it's like, it's getting to be that time of the year where it's hot. And you're just going to stand out there and get sunbaked on that concrete.
No, that's a great point too. Yeah, it's like it will be very hot.
Yeah, I mean, sell more $14 beers.
Surely that's a easy fix. Is just put some chairs in there.
I don't know, but then you definitely limit how many people you can put in there. You can put more people in there standing room only.
Well, you got to be. I mean, at a certain point, that becomes a safety type situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's several safety things with this. I don't know. There's no easy answers because we did spend a ton of money. Wonder if we would have been, not if we would have been, if we'd spent that much money knowing that Tony wasn't going to be here.
No, of course not. I mean, Danny White had to have been just. I don't know. I don't want to psychoanalyze the guy. Obviously, he and Tony had some differences, but he realizes, I'm sure, that Tony leaving was terrible timing.
Yeah, right. As you finish the stadium,
just from a financial standpoint, like when they built that ballpark, they're assuming that Tony is going to be there for a long time, being Tony, drawing fans to the ballpark. Putting a competitive product out there on the field all the time, winning championships, and yeah, you're not going to have any problem filling it. All of a sudden he goes, it's like, oh, okay, that's not great, but we'll slide this Elander guy in there. We'll keep the party going. And then Josh
stumbled a little bit
out of the gate.
Yeah.
He's kind of recovered here. We'll see if he can get back up to speed.
And I do want to say, like, I've said some negative stuff about our athletic director today. I can't imagine trying to manage or supervise Tony Vitello in any way is a walk in the park all the time.
I'm sure it was difficult at times.
He's got a big personality.
But we've seen that there's something missing through the first couple of weeks at series, and hopefully Josh can provide his own level of entertainment value and leadership to this thing as we get going here. But yeah, I mean, there's no way. Like if he had known that Tony was going to go to the big leagues, was going to leave, they wouldn't have spent $140 million on it. I mean, they would have spent.
It would have been a nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was due an upgrade and everything, but I don't think they would have.
Million.
They wouldn't have spent 9 figures, whatever it is.
It's insane.
It's a lot of money on a
non-revenue sport. Yeah.
All right. Quick timeout. We've got more recruiting news. Tennessee working it in the portal this afternoon. We will talk more about that when we continue. If you want to jump in, you can go ahead and call now at 865-966-3435. 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends should. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking for a powerful way to reach your customers? Want to get your message?
Boys,
hey, man.
Can you hear me?
We got you. Go ahead.
Man, it's scary what AI is doing. You guys were talking about Kingsman movies yesterday, and then I open up Instagram, and the first thing that pops up is a Kingsman movie reel.
It's listening.
Yeah.
Always listening to you.
What's your favorite, Bob? One?
Yeah, the first one, because I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It was
the origin story one is really good.
Yeah, they're all good. But
go ahead, Maddie. Sorry.
No, you're good there. I was looking into it earlier. I'm going to go against what I talked about, I guess, a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Nate and how it's a pipe dream. But, Bob, I mean, the discussion with Nate today just kind of raises the question I have to the group here is, like, if he's not a lottery and you are in a position to get him back, my question then becomes, what does your starting five look like? Because if you do get a guy like Harrelson into the boat, you already have London Blade. The short answer is to my question is probably it's unlikely, but what does your starting five look like if you're able to get a guy like Hill in the boat, a guy like Juke Harris in the boat? Does Rick Barnes explore maybe moving Nate Ament down to the 4? I know the short answer to that question is Bob is no, because we've seen what he can do at the 3. But it's a great problem to have if you do get Nate Ament back, and I'll hang up with that thought, boys, and I'll take care.
I do think, thanks for the call, Matthew. I do think that it could be a little bit of an embarrassment of riches at that point, because at that point, if you get Juke, if you get Harrelson, and in the off chance Nate stuck around, those guys, I'd envision at least Juke and Nate starting. You got to have somebody run point. What if you get Hill too? And then, Lundblade, I've been saying this all along. I see a world where Lundblade, if all these guys come together, Lundblade's coming off the bench. And in this case, Ames may be coming off the bench too. And I mean, it's then trying to find all the minutes.
So Hill at the point, maybe Juke at the 2, Ruben at center.
Yep.
Nate and Harrelson.
Yeah.
As your forwards.
Yeah.
With Day-Day, Ames, Lundblade,
Dwayne Brown,
Debo coming off the bench.
And probably, if he's if he's fully recovered, Troy Henderson, right?
I mean, yeah. Do we think we can get by with Hill at the Terrence Hill Jr. at the point? And I mean, with the rest of that lineup, and again, if Nate comes back, I mean, how many times do we see him bringing the ball up?
Right.
It's not like when Barnes first got here and it's Jordan Bone bringing it up pretty much every time. I mean, I would imagine that Juke is comfortable bringing the ball up. And
the video with Harrelson, he's got these guys all have handles, which we didn't have last year. We just didn't, I mean, you couldn't trust JP to do much with putting the ball on the floor. You couldn't, I mean, this is a totally different complexion for this team. It's kind of fascinating to think about and imagine, but
I don't think we're going to get all those guys. I don't think Nate's coming back. I don't think I don't think Terrence Hill Jr. is going to be your point guard 1. I just feel like Barnes is going to find something else there.
I just think I don't disagree. I'm just saying if you were going to have all those guys, the math problem then becomes, I know everybody's been talking about the guy who hasn't entered the portal, which is Tanner, but it's like, I don't know how you could afford all of that then at that point. So whoever you have running the point is probably going to be not like the top priority guy. And maybe it is like what we said earlier in the show. Maybe it's a little more of a committee, which I hate the sound of that, but I don't know. That's the part that's weird. It's awesome that we have all these guys in the conversation, but it still feels like there's some parts that are kind of duplicate, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
Ames and Hill seem very similar.
I think.
There's a new name from Vanderbilt in the portal. Not the one we'd all love to hear. Mason Nicholson just went in. Can't remember if he was a starter.
No, he wasn't. I'm not familiar with him, to be honest.
You might as well go ahead and get in, Tyler. Ain't nothing there for you.
There you go.
Go ahead and split, man. You don't want to hang around there all by yourself.
Again, that
goofy Mark Byington next year.
That comes back to that dilemma. Would you rather have Nate for a second year, or would you rather have Tyler Tanner? And I know it's probably not the popular answer, but I'd rather have Tanner.
Oh, what Cody came up with a really good was, so you can have 2 of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, Juke, Tanner.
I feel like we talked about that
Nate
yesterday.
and Tanner.
Yeah.
Tanner's got to be one because positional importance, but Nate and Tanner are easy.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy with any combination.
Right.
I'd be happy with just Nate and Juke. Even if we still don't have the point guard. I mean, that would just change the complexion of your team so much. It'd be crazy.
I mean, we'd have to be if let's just pie in the sky and we were able to somehow, Nate ends up back here and that Tanner kid hit the portal and decided to come here. What would you put the ceiling on next year's team? Final 4? What would your expectations
Yeah, I mean,
be?
that would be the ceiling for sure.
Yeah.
Magic Mike says Vandy hired Rodney Terry.
They did.
This is interesting because when Gainey first left, everybody immediately thought, well, we're bringing Kim English back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Where did
he's
he
been here before. But the story I'd heard, Bob, was that he wanted to take a year. He needed a sabbatical, spend time with his family or whatever, and then all of a sudden he pops up at North Carolina. Is that a thing, or it's just like blue blood comes calling, you can't turn it down? Or do you think maybe the chatter about Barnes asking him to come back was not as real as initially thought?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. It's because I would get sucked into that as well, as far as that just seems like an easy fix right there, is plug like a Kim English in. Or we were saying it last year about Rodney Terry too. So
the next bad assistant Barnes hires will be the first.
Right.
I mean, he's nailing these things, and it's got to be an attractive thing because all these guys get head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
Well, the young ones, like if you're on the come up, like all of these guys have gotten and good jobs too, like NC State, ETSU, East Carolina,
Providence.
Yeah. Was it Georgia State where Lanier went to first, but then he got SMU eventually?
Yep.
Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Afternoon, guys. I hope you're well.
Doing well, thanks.
It's a beautiful day to be alive and well in East Tennessee. I bet these hot temperatures are making everybody around here a little happy.
Oh, man, I love it.
As far as the portal is concerned, yeah, man, I'm so glad we've loaded up and we're just, we're going good guns at this thing, and Barnes deserves that. And man, it'd be super cool if PG1, as Basilio has been calling him, decides to enter the portal. So I think we have a really good shot at him with the stuff we're putting around. And this Harrelson guy, man, I think he's pretty good. You guys agree with this? The Notre Dame kid?
Yeah, when I first saw his name, like I just immediately go to the 3-point percentage, and I was like, ugh. But then the more I read about it and watched the film and all that stuff, I'm sold now, man. I'd love to have him.
I just usually wait on Bob.
The only player on Notre Dame's team, dude.
What's that, Bear?
I usually wait on you to tell me.
I do too. Speaking of telling Bear what to think, hey, Bear, I wanted to say congratulations. Your favorite band, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees this year. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice it all. We talked about it on.
You have to be a smart ass. He's saying something nice to you. Just say thanks.
It's on the list. I don't like people being nice to me. Yeah, I saw it. Thanks, Roberto.
Okay. I'll do my best to be an a-hole to you from now on, Bear.
I appreciate it.
There you go. Does that make you feel better?
A little bit.
Okay, good. LNS, man, they've you guys are right. I was in there last night, and it's so abundantly clear how much of the vibe they've killed. And my question is this: if Tony really had as much say-so as everybody says he did, was that his idea? Because I wouldn't think it would be. That has to be a Danny thing.
What?
Right? Moving the students to the corner so they can open up all that,
Yeah, but it's nothing nefarious, Roberto. It's just the people that paid for the gazillion-dollar renovation, they're going to get priority seating. That's just how the world works.
I'm not saying I disagree. Unless you want me to disagree. Is that what I'm supposed to do here, Bear?
No, if you're being no, you don't have to be a wise guy now. We're past that. I'm just saying, don't be silly. The people that pay for the renovations are going to get the primo seats.
Except it's the parents of the student, except it's the parents of the players that got those seats, according to somebody else. That's what I was confused by. I would have only assumed it was the primo seats for the people who paid for it. And that, yeah, again, I agree with. But if somebody's saying that's where the players' parents sit, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, student sections at all these, like LSU student section is in the outfield, like behind the outfield.
And that'd be fine,
fence.
Wouldn't you agree? Put them behind the outfield fence. That's better than what they've done with them on the corner.
You get into a whole feasibility issue there, but I do think that it's just noticeable to us because we know what we had, right? In terms of the atmosphere
that was at that park. And it's weird to think that, like, it's clearly better now. I mean, you've got the roof, the press box looks better, the suites, all that stuff. Like, that stuff's all fine, but the atmosphere is not what it used to be. You know what we need?
What?
A checker game. We're gonna check.
The hell we do.
We need a DJ and we need some T-shirts, Roberto.
T-shirts.
Let it be
They already
known.
throw out T-shirts. They do that in the 7th inning.
Let it be
They already
known
do
that that's nothing. I didn't utter a single
Let's
word
go.
about that.
No, we don't.
Stirl the Pearl.
How about a damn organ? We don't need Stirl the Pearl. We need an organ.
They've got an organ.
Well, they need to play that. We don't need to hear a damn DJ.
They do play.
It's baseball.
All right, guys, I'll leave you with this. Russ, Bob, I haven't ever forgotten about our Star Wars mandate. It's happening. But I wanted to ask, somebody floated this by me. I'll submit it to the Council of Elders. If Disney was smart, would it be that they go back and say, we're giving you the original 3, episodes 4, 5, and 6, but I want your pop culture understanding, because you guys have a lot of that. Should they re-release 1, 2, and 3, and 7, 8, and 9, totally redone with totally new cast?
No. I mean, they're over and done with. I'd rather them come up with something new, fresh. The fact I never got the people the people that flipped out over the first set of the first 3 episodes, Bob, of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's like what they forgot was when you fell in love with, we were all kids in the 70s when those movies first came out. At the heart of it, they're kids' movies. They're going to appeal to kids.
We have breaking news.
But there was there were other like any good kids movie, it also appealed to adults. Like you could watch it on different levels, right?
Right.
There was the eternal struggle of good and evil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Father-son dynamic.
Well, it's basically a ripoff of the Dune novels.
We need to go to the Fan Run breaking news desk.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Per field of 68, as about a minute ago, Notre Dame transfer Jalen Harrelson has committed to Tennessee, per Joe Tipton.
Put it on the board. Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Was that a little Hawk Harrelson right there?
That's right.
Okay, I like it. Oh, there you go. Another piece to the puzzle. Jalen Harrelson is in. 6'8", 220-pound forward from Notre Dame, where he averaged 16 points, 4 rebounds, and the 2.5 assists per game is what knocks me out. And like if you watch his highlights, like he's dropping dimes too, man. A very interesting player, Jalen Harrelson.
Yeah, I think he can be kind of that scorer we didn't have that can just get to the basket and get you a bucket at certain points. Like the closest guy we had to that post Nate being hurt was Amari Evans at the wing spot. The only guy that would really put his shoulder down and drive to the basket and make stuff happen. And that's what this guy does. We've talked about him. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he makes his money at the rim.
All right, so that is Tennessee's
fourth
portal commitment.
Yes.
So what's our number up to now?
Oh, the overall number?
Yeah, so
well,
we
it
got
depends on whether
4
or not you
commitments.
consider Berg part of the program, which is
So he didn't hit the portal. I must have misread something. I thought I read somewhere. I heard somebody say something.
If you think he's there, if you're considering Berg and Masamba, because Masamba's not official either, but there's 4.
So we're up to 10 players total.
7, 10, yeah.
We got 5 slots left.
Yeah.
Let's get Bud from
Yep,
Savannah.
Bud.
No,
Bud
sir,
dropped.
he dropped.
Oh, Bud.
We're coming right to you. Savannah
Let's
State.
try Richard. Good afternoon, Richard. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, guys. Bob, I haven't called since you've been on the show. I sure enjoy your commentary.
Well, thank you.
I played small college for Rick Byrd when he was first starting out.
Really? At Belmont?
No, at Maryville College.
Oh, okay.
his first 2 years as a head coach, and we've stayed in touch, through the years. Great person. But anyway, first I wanted to, Bob, that DTF St. Louis is the weirdest show I've ever seen in my life.
It is, right? I think it was entertaining, but it is very
it's
bizarre.
It's entertaining, all right. I mean, I'm addicted to it. I can't wait for the next episode. This week's episode is even weirder than ever.
Yeah.
But how many episodes are there?
I think you might be a week behind because Sunday night, this last Sunday was the finale. So it was only 7 episodes.
Well, okay. The finale where they showed him what happened.
Yeah, that's it. That was the end of it.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, it's weird because usually they do 8 to 10 episodes and they did only 7.
Well, I just thought they'd have a little more definitive.
Yeah.
Explanation of what happened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it seemed like they left it a little bit open, but I don't know. But it's so weird. But I got just the characters are so strange, but they're interesting for some reason.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the quarterback situation. Now, I'm guessing this has been brought up, but has the game changed so much that 2004 we were coming off an up and down 2003 season and had 2 true freshman quarterbacks and had a really good season. So what is different now that a redshirt freshman and a very talented true freshman can't be successful?
I would say that it's just easier to get experienced guys out of the transfer portal now. It used to be that you have to get these guys early and develop them for 3 years for them really to succeed. Now, any good team can go out and get an experienced quarterback that can be good right away for any of these Power 4 teams.
But 04, Ainge and Schaefer were successful right away.
And those guys still
won
exist.
10 games and went to the SEC championship that season.
It's just there are less freshmen, it feels like, that guys trust right out of college because there's the option to go ahead and get an experienced guy that has been there and done that and not having to rely on these guys being good.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't change the fact that a freshman can be very successful. I mean, they've done it before. So why can't they now? What has changed in the game?
I think they can. I just think that in Tennessee's case right now, fans are a little bit skeptical that the 2 guys we have right now, which maybe is unfair. Do you have faith that Josh Heupel can manufacture a competent offense with George McIntyre and Faison Brandon this year?
If David Cutcliffe can do that with Ainge and Schaefer, or no, he wasn't even there then. He hadn't come back yet. If Randy Sanders can be successful with those 2, then why can't Josh Heupel be successful with these guys?
Well, it's a good question, and he needs to be because, he had every opportunity to go out there and sign other. I was going through some of the transfer quarterbacks coming into the league in other places, and I remember we talked about the guy from Harvard. I'm blanking on his name, but he's like a 4th-year guy. TCU got him, right? And he's going down there, and you would assume smart guy, picks things up, good enough for TCU. He's replacing Josh Hoover down there for Sonny Dykes in a pass-first offense. And it's like, you tell me we couldn't have won a bidding war with TCU for Harvard's quarterback? We didn't try.
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah, I understand. I'm asking rhetorically, but like we tried for Sam Levitt, and we tried for the kid from Cincinnati, Sorsby, and we didn't get any of those. And the narrative that we've heard from other media outlets is, well, Josh Heupel wanted those 2, but he didn't see anybody else that he thought was better than what he already had in McIntyre and Brandon.
So
that was my impression.
Well, and if that's the case, then Richard, then we better see good quarterback play. We better see better quarterback play than what TCU is getting, or what some of these other new quarterbacks or new schools that got new quarterbacks out of the portal are getting around the country. I don't want to be told, Richard, in September, October, hey, we're young at the quarterback position. You got to give it another year. No, like you better be able to hit the ground running and compete right away with good quarterback play this season from either one of these guys. Because if you don't, then that's on you. As the head coach, Josh Heupel should have put Tennessee in a better position.
Yes. And it's been frustrating. We're good at one or the other every season. We haven't put it together with a explosive offense and a solid defense yet.
No. I mean, it's time. I mean, you're 6 years into this thing. Like, your program should be rolling. And, like, is that fair, guys? Like, I do not want to be told by Josh Heupel and this coaching staff, well, we're young at quarterback. If we end up going 6-6, 7-5, which is what the people in Vegas are saying is most likely to happen, I'm not going to be patient because we're young at quarterback. Well, that's Josh Heupel's fault.
I would tend to agree.
You'll take the blame.
Yeah. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate it, man. We got to run. Stay with us. Hour number 3 finishes when we continue. Wow, time flying on a Wednesday afternoon edition of The Drive. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off?
Jalen Harrelson becomes the latest transfer portal commitment for Rick Barnes and the Volunteers. 6'7", 220 pounds, according to On3. He just shrunk an inch. 16.2 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2.6 assists in 27 games for the Fighting Irish this season. Just wrapped up a visit with Tennessee and decided that he had seen enough. Harrelson shot 51% from the floor in 26.6 minutes per game. He started 23 of Notre Dame's 27 games. He also averaged 2.7 turnovers per game. I have to clean that up. Or you could just say he'll fit right in.
Bob, you have any concerns about the bigs right now?
Well, I was just talking to William Pattison about it. It was brought to my attention, let's put it that way, because I'm kind of enamored with what we're doing. I think it's great. But at the same time, there's a guy, Matthew Winnick, who I think does good coverage. He's at Basket Under Review, and he just had posted I got to find it, of course, but I thought it was good. He basically said, summarizing, he was talking about the Harrelson commit, and he was like, I think it's great. That said, it feels like they're putting a lot of pieces together and putting a lot of responsibility in the post on Reuben Miles.
It does.
Miles Reuben, rather.
Well, I
like Reuben.
You got him, and you got Dwayne Brown. I mean, those are both big bodies. Yeah, you're going to need, I would say, probably 2 more big bodies. I don't know how they view Harrelson. Do you think they view him as a power forward, a 4 guy, or
maybe? Here's what Winnick said. He said, Day-Day Ames, Tyler Lundblade, and Jalen Harrelson is an absolutely fascinating offensive trio for Tennessee that I think is going to fit really, really well together. But man, Tennessee is putting a ton of defensive burden on Miles Reuben at the 5 right now. So that's what he said. Yeah, I think Harrelson, I think he's, again, man, I keep associating, I think he's a more refined version already of Josiah Jordan-James, a guy who can do a little bit of everything. Can't play the post. Obviously, he's not that big. But my point is I've watched him dribble in the open court. I've seen him set up at the perimeter. He doesn't shoot threes well, but he doesn't shoot many threes. So let's see if that's going to be something Barnes works on with him. I'm very excited about the guy. It's what I'm really fascinated by too is this is going to be. You think about the Chaz Lanier team and how that approach was offensively. You think about this year's team and how that approach was offensively. This next team, this next iteration, it's all different each year. And I think it's kind of cool in a way. Barnes is kind of like, man, I'm trying to find what works.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be so stubborn to stick it to one way of doing it.
Calling Rick Barnes stubborn?
I am.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I'll admit I'm worried. I worry about, replacing Felix. Because I think with Felix, a lot of the stuff he didn't necessarily show up on the box score. I think he was a shot alterer.
I think Reuben will be a shot alterer and discourager.
I hope so. He's got mighty big shoes to fill.
He averaged like 3 blocks a game up there. Like Barnes said in the release when he came that he was an elite shot blocker. So, that's why we took him. I mean, you're not going to find a carbon copy of Felix Okpara. But if you can make up for the loss of that production in areas that we weren't getting as much production last year, then maybe it's a wash. I'm just fascinated to see all these shooters come together. If we land Terrence Hill or somebody, I mean, even if it's just Day-Day and Lundblade.
Yeah.
That's more shooting than we've had in the past, it feels like.
When's the last time we had that? Have we never had that much shooting on one Barnes team?
I don't know that we have in
the
quantity.
The Grant Admiral, they had the Carter Hornet, Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was what I was thinking is like on that team, Grant could shoot the 3, Admiral could shoot the 3, Bone could shoot the 3, Bowden would come in and shoot the 3, Lamonte could hit threes.
I missed that team.
Had a lot of swag, didn't they?
It was a fun team to watch, man. Fun team to watch. Kyle Beach on the YouTube chat says, can we please move on from Tyler Tanner? It's not going to happen, people.
It won't happen with an attitude like that. Not believing.
Here's the interesting thing about Tyler Tanner.
The only thing, to my knowledge, that we've heard from him since the season ended was that I'm switching agent posts and he's soliciting NIL offers. The reason that I saw Mike Wilson writing about this earlier today, somebody was asking him about Berg and why he's not including him. And he said, well, he hasn't announced his intention to return yet. Okay, so that's where we are now, is you have to know, like Tyler Tanner has not announced his intention to return yet.
No.
Right.
No.
So just because he's not in the portal doesn't mean that he's intending to return. I mean, this is where we are. Yeah, you didn't used to have to announce it. It was just assumed that if you played somewhere one year, you were going to be there next year if you had the eligibility. But, at least for reporters who cover this are under the assumption that you're not coming back unless you say you're coming back.
Hey, TN Football 247 tells us that he would love our show if it was 4 hours instead of 3.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. They've tried to get me to do 4 hours for years. For years, everybody wants us to do that 6 to 7 thing. And what I've told people, look, the next change, I'll be going lower, not higher.
Yeah,
I'll go with 2 hours like Tony B.
Yeah,
is 3 hours is a long time. It's a lot of time to fill.
And never thought I'd hear this, but somebody said in here, who cares about this football stuff? Let's talk about the Deacon cooking.
I know, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we got 3 hours to fill, so we can